What is guaning people? Live and direct and in full effect, baby. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you will never ever miss when I go live and direct and in full effect, or when I upload the next video. Best believe that. It's been a minute, people. If it wasn't for the World Cup, I'd still be celebrating, man. You know what I'm saying? Premier League champions. Too bad Bath couldn't at least get to the fucking final. But we'll get into that. We'll get into that shortly. And obviously, it being the World Cup, I've got a few things to talk about. One nation in particular, get to that in a bit later. And then, of course, the Arsenal transfer targets, news, etc., etc. Do you know what I'm saying? But as you enter, like and subscribe, or if you're watching on playback, like, share. You know what to do, people. Let me know what you think in the comments below and all of that. I'll get the Rugby out of the way first, because I saw the highlights of both games. You had, what is it? Northampton and I believe Leicester. Northampton were playing at home, and you had Bath v Exeter, and Bath were playing at Greg in Bath, of course. Those that don't know, I'll start with Bath. Bath, we lost by 1 point. Not quite end to end, but it looked like we had it under control. But then we let them back into the game. And then right at the end, kick and drive, bish, bash, bosh, ball. There were numbers out wide. We don't usually play the bish, bash, bosh, ball. Well, we haven't for a long time, but that's not the Bath way. That's not our identity, so to speak. You had Carreras, the Argentinian fly half, right? Screaming. Well, he wasn't really screaming for the ball, but he was like this. Not quite armpits in the air, you know what I'm saying? But it's clear to his teammates that he wanted the ball. We know how Exeter defends, and couldn't see it out. Couldn't fucking see it out. It was poor, man. It's fucking poor. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them ones where if Bath held their nerve and actually done what needed to be done, we would have been in the final against Northampton, back once again for the Renegade Master. Default damage and power to the people with their ill behaviour, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's ironic that Arsenal win a league title and Bath win nada this season. Bath won a treble last season. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a fucking bitch? Do you know what I mean? What can you do? But what can you fucking do? Now, just give me a sec because I need to fact check rather than do it on a whim. Fame Imagines games. Oh, nearly dropped my phone. My bad. A little bit of a sinker and hooked there. Could do it on here, but it's on the Mac, but this will be a bit quicker. Just a little bit. So. Yeah, it was 45-31, and Northampton. Yeah, they were clear. To be fair, the way they play, to be honest, other than Bath, they played the best rugby this season, so can't really complain. Can't really complain at all. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where it's just like they got the players, they've improved their squad this season. You know, you've got Henry Pollock, who's a fucking baller, to be honest. how he doesn't get more minutes for England than he needs to start, it's beyond me, bro. It's fucking beyond me. Do you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But we move. We move. It'll be Northampton Saints Exeter Chiefs final. I believe Northampton will win that. I'll be comfortable. It will be tight like last season's final, and I was there by the way. Todd, you know this, bro. But yeah, I think Northampton will win it. End of the rugby season, a bit later than the football season. Well, you've got the World Cup going on now, other directing in full effect. So yeah, it is what it is. We'll get on to that. Talking of the World Cup, you know, Germany slapped um, Curacao 7-1 after them equalising. Is what it is. Spain today drew with Cape Verde. The Netherlands drew with Japan. It was 2-2. Spain drew with Cape Verde 0-0. How they didn't win that game, but you know what? Fair play to Cape Verde. Still Portugal and England. Argentina left to play. I believe Argentina play like early Wednesday morning. So I might be up for that game, potentially. And they're playing Algeria. So, and actually, do you know what? Fuck it. I will watch that game. I will watch that fucking game. So either way, that'll be interesting. Leo Messi. I think Riyad Mahrez is still playing for Algeria. So, and then you got Gouiri, striker, the Algerian striker. Will be very interesting to see, and some other players as well, because Algeria have got ballers. Word to fucking Rashid. Big up Rashid each and every single time. Make sure you like and subscribe to that, brother. Do you know what I'm saying? And, yeah. But the only game that I've seen from basically start to finish, and the only team, even though it was a really good game, but mainly by one team, it was Morocco. The most disappointing team so far this tournament is Brazil, not even Spain. Yeah, you could say Spain poor, couldn't finish their dinner and all that, but at least they could move the ball about. That wasn't a fucking issue. The first touch and all that wasn't an issue. Apart from the usual suspects, fucking Ferran Torres, scrub. But you look at Brazil, my lad, my fucking lad, we're smoking right here, right now, Fatboy Slim settings. Brazil is done and dusted. It would have been better getting 11 man from the favelas, yeah, from Copacabana Beach, would have done a better job than them fucking cunts. Back. Each and every single time. Each and every single fucking time. Like, that is not Brazil, bruv. You could talk about their first goal was absolutely class. I think Budiri or Budi, whatever his name is, the young Moroccan midfielder, who we're actually linked to, by the way, for a reasonable price. I don't see why we shouldn't go get him. You know what I'm saying? Better than Norgard, better than Marino in that midfield. Probably better than fucking Zubimendi, and will definitely end up better than Zubimendi. It's what it is. Brilliant ball through to their striker and just kicked it over Allison. Is what it is, man. Gabriel got caught. Didn't look good. I mean, Marquinhos was nowhere to be seen. Shock. We know that guy can't defend, did it? Save his life. It is what it is. Them fullbacks had a fucking disaster class. Had to bring Fabinho on to fucking sure it up. And Vinny Jr. bailed them out because really and truly Morocco should have won like 3-0. Could have easily been 4. They were that bad. I mean, Bruno Guimaraes, hang your fucking head in shame. Paqueta was even fucking worse. Casemiro got it no more. His legs have failed him, but again, he's what, 35, like going on 36. It is what it is. Rafinha was dog shit. Thiago can't hack it. He can't fucking hack it. João Pedro should have started, should have been in the fucking squad. But no, Don Carlo had to bring fucking Martinelli. And yeah, he's technically a Premier League winner, but come on, man. I was hearing people talk about, well, they should have brought João Pedro instead of Neymar. No, if Neymar didn't go, yeah, this would have been highlighted as well as documented tenfold, bruv. Tenfold. No Neymar, no Joe Benito. Big fucking problems, and bigger things are going to be guarded. Best believe that. If Brazil limp over the line in the group stages, don't even be surprised if they finish third and shit, because they can move the ball properly, no passing, first touch dead. You know, like I said, Rafinha dog shit, Thiago not of the level. It's one thing doing it in the Prem, in the P&P League, the Pace and Power League, but when it comes to the World Cup, you come up against a team with proper tech. You know, you have Brahim Diaz and all of that. And I believe they had a couple of their best players missing. I think it's Abdi, and there was another guy, I can't remember his name. But yeah, Brazil was shocking, man. They were absolutely fucking shocking. Like, for me, it's easy to say, like, on the surface, like, I don't understand, or we don't understand how Brazil have been that bad, how it's got this bad. But we do, bruv. We do. The Brazilian people, the Brazilian fans, for the most part, they don't rate this team. Neymar don't rate this team, really and truly. Ronaldinho doesn't. Cafu doesn't. Rivaldo, the real Ronaldo, bruv. Yeah, he don't rate this team. 100%. Roberto Carlos, like, Ronaldo and Roberto Carlos was there, by the way. Shocking, bruv. Absolutely fucking shocking. Couldn't control the ball to save their lives. Pass the ball. And other than Vin Jr., and it was a top-class goal, innit? And other than that, he did fuck all as well. Just running into defenders, you know what I'm saying? I think he tried to make Hakimi, bro. It just wasn't happening, do you know what I'm saying? But Vinny turns up when it matters. As shit as they were, they still managed to get a point. They have to improve big time. Them players have got to put their nuts on the table, Ken settings, if they want to do remotely anything in this World Cup to get, like people talking about semi-finals. At this rate, they're struggling to get out of the group. I don't fucking care. Because what's his face? Who do they have else in their group? I believe it's Australia and Turkey. Let me just double check that. Because I'm pretty sure that's the case, bruv. Pretty sure that's fucking case. I mean, Sweden won 5-1. Gyökeres and man like Gyökeres, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Isak, after being out for pretty much the whole year. Scotland won. They beat Haiti. Oh, no, shit. My bad. Australia and Turkey are in the United States and Paraguay's group. My bad. It's Scotland and Haiti. Brazil will beat Haiti, but it won't be convincing. But Scotland defend well, bruv? Like, Scotland will look at that game and be like, you know what? We could actually not only get a result, we could win this game, bro. I expect Morocco to top the group because they'll have too much for Scotland and they'll beat Haiti. So I see them having 7 points. But Brazil at this rate will struggle to get 5. I think because of, like, you know, potential third place, they'll get through. is what it is. You know, Belgium drew with Egypt. Egypt should have won that game. Um, it's currently 1-1 with Uruguay and Saudi Arabia. So France play tomorrow with Senegal and Norway, so we can see Gibraltar guard live and direct in full effect with Haaland. Stay humble, stay humble, all that shit, and then Portugal and England, of course, on Wednesday too. But let me double check that. Let's go to the matches. Just got it open on a different tab. Yeah, well, technically, France and Senegal are playing today. So this evening, 8 UK time, and then Iraq, Norway, 11 UK time. Well, this is all going to be UK time. Iran are playing New Zealand. Argentina, Algeria, like I said, playing tomorrow at 2 in the morning. And Portugal playing Congo at 6. And then it's England v Croatia. I'll probably try and catch the second half of Portugal Congo. Try and do that, but yeah, it's going to be mainly England, Croatia, bruv. The way I see it, it is what it is, bruv. Yeah, Ghana and Panama Thursday, slap bang midnight. And then Uzbekistan faces Colombia 3 in the morning on Thursday, and then it's back once again with Group A and B, like, you know, match the second round of matches, basically. Got Balogun, Havertz, and Yassine Ayari. Yassine Ayari's first goal was a banger, bruv. It was a fucking banger. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna fucking lie, bruv. For Sweden, Kai Havertz got brace. Probably should have got a hat trick as well. Florian Balogun should have got 4, at the very least, a hat trick. Do you know what I'm saying? So the way I see it, with this World Cup, I'm not impressed, but it will probably get better. I reckon with the fixtures in the next few days. I mean, Ivory Coast beat Ecuador as well, and man like Nkapé is playing left back. So make of that what you will. Big up AFC as always. Yeah, no, it hasn't been great, bruv. It's not been great at all. Like Brazil, like I've mentioned earlier, they've disappointed me. Yeah, they went from Joga Benito to basically Sunday League, where they can't trap a ball to say. And to be honest, even Sunday League, they could control the ball. They could handle the pressure better. Play with a bit more freedom. And you know, the irony is, they have the perfect manager. They've got Don Carlo at international level, where he'll set the team up off the ball defensively, but going forward, you know, he doesn't really do that much. He allows the players freedom and to think on their feet. The problem is when you have P&P merchants that don't have the tech that everyone thinks that they do, including Vinny, by the way, they fucking struggle. Which is why a 34 pretty much finished Neymar, they're relying on back once again for the Renegade Master and all that shit with the ill behaviour. That's their only chance of winning it. But let's be honest, Brazil ain't anywhere near that World Cup. I knew even before the tournament started, they weren't getting near that World Cup. nowhere near winning it, never mind the final. But at this point, semi-finals, they'll struggle to make the quarters, bro. Because of more teams you got um, round of 32, last 16, depending on who they get. And they could be the highest loser, finishing third in that on 4 or maybe even 5 points. Because they'll beat Haiti, but at the same time, don't be surprised if somehow Haiti get a point against them. Because if Haiti get a point against fucking Brazil, bruv, it's gonna be like it's gonna be Armageddon over there in Brazil. And even in the States with all the Brazilian fans, all the Brazilian people that live there and all that shit, make their hard-earned money. And there's empty seats as well. Empty fucking seats. But again, is anyone surprised? They're already talking about it on all the major broadcasting channels, that ITV, Fox. But this is what happens when tickets are like anywhere from like 500 to £1,000. Well, I think it's £1,000 for the final, but like if you're charging exuberant prices for tickets, plus the transport, plus the food and drinks, plus the hotels. I mean, even if you live where the games are being played, so case in point, like Boston, big up Gianni. Big up Johnny each and every single time. We were talking beforehand, you know, with Chike as well, and a few others. I think Jimbo, and big up to both you motherfuckers. You know, saying much love and respect as always. Like, but the prices in Boston are fucking ridiculous anyway. Imagine what they are now, bruv. See, and the truth of the matter is, this is the way football's going. This World Cup has exposed how elite this game really is. I talked about rugby being an elitist game, and it is. The reason why the prices aren't the level of football is because it doesn't generate the money. But if it did generate the money, and it was a bigger sport, more popular in the UK, like in England, basically, because it's big in Wales. But Wales have got major issues. Not even just crowd control to Major Tom and all that shit. If the RFU, if the Premiership had the money, they'd be taking the absolute fucking piss, bro. They would milk that cow till it's bone dry, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not even kidding and playing when it comes to that shit. Do you know what I'm saying? But Brazil are meant to be the team, like beautiful football, all that shit. Germany have played better football. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Morocco, of course. Even Sweden have played better football. USA, they play better football. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not even a fucking joke. It's not even a motherfucking joke. Even Portugal, Argentina, they'll play a lot better. Even England will play better, bruv. That's how bad Brazil are, bruv. This is the weakest, this is the worst Brazil team I have ever seen, bruv. I have ever fucking seen. And I know it's been long overdue since my last stream, but at the same time, life and all that other shit, whatever, nobody cares. I hear it. But tonight or this morning, technically, if you're living in the UK and shit, I really want to emphasize that point of like how far down the road Brazilian football has got, because we went from the real Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, to fucking Rafinha, Thiago, and Paqueta, Bruno Guimaraes, Marquinhos. How the fuck is Marquinhos captain? I know Casemiro didn't play well, and he got run ragged. But he's more of a leader than Marquinhos will ever be, bruv. I don't care if he's won back-to-back Champions League, bruv. It wasn't solely because of him. That's for damn sure. It was more their midfield and attack, not the defence, and definitely not the fucking goalkeeper. But anyway, them players don't have the tech, and they're struggling to deal with the pressure. Even Gabriel didn't have a good game. Wasn't the worst player on the pitch, but Gabriel Magalhaes, like, especially for their goal, they should have scored more. They should have been clear. Let's be honest, people. Like, if they didn't have Gabriel there, I think they probably would have lost that game, and they deserve to lose that game anyway. Sorry state of affairs, people. It's a sorry state of affairs. I'm sick of watching these scrubs around the world getting paid mega dough, and they serve up this fucking bullshit. Empty seats. You didn't get that shit in Qatar, and they didn't want Qatar to be as successful as a tournament for obvious and not so obvious reasons at the same time. The Russia World Cup was better. On top of that, the two nations where we knew it was rigged for them to get the to host the tournament, especially Qatar, but even Russia at the time, let's be real, with Sepp Blatter and all that shit. South Africa was a better tournament, and obviously the Brazil in 2014, basically 12 years ago. And that was prime time fucking Neymar, and they were still relying on him. To be honest, talking of 2014, I'll get into the other comments shortly, FC, just bear with me for 1 sec. I think the decline of Brazilian football, and then in turn world football, was that 2014 World Cup when they got battered 7-1, and that was after Neymar fractured his, I think it was his back or something. It was Zuniga with that challenge, the Colombian, when they played Colombia in the quarterfinals. I think that was the game that David Luiz scored a bagging free kick as well from like 30 odd yards. They're miles away from that shit. We know David Luiz, you can't rely on him defensively, but he's got tech. He's always had tech in it. And him next to Gabriel Magalhaes, even now would be better than Marquinhos. Like, what are we doing here? But yeah, after that World Cup, Brazil have not been the same. They've got worse. 2018, they still had Coutinho along with Neymar and others as well. But 2022, you saw it a lot more. But this World Cup, they've been fully exposed, bruv. Neymar and even Don Carlito, bruv, can't save this Brazil side. He can't do it. He can't do it. These players aren't up to par. Not even. They're not even up to scratch. They don't have they lack the fundamentals beyond belief. They can't hack the pressure. Overpaid, overhyped. As a team, as a unit, useless fucking bosses. If they would have been better off getting beat 2-3-0, playing Jogo Benito, or trying to play Jogo Benito. But they didn't, bruv. But they didn't. And to tell you the truth, they'll struggle to beat Haiti. I'm going to be real. Yeah. Scotland, all they need to do is defend well, and they'll raise their game, McGinn and all that. You better start Kieran Tierney, the Scottish manager. I can't remember his name. The bald fella. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, Brazil aren't going to score 5 goals at the World Cup. I mean, even Lee Gunner, Graham fucking Potter has managed to do that. I mean, that tells you all you need to know. Fucking useless cunts. Argentina back-to-back World Cup champions. They'll get far, but for me, I'm going with Portugal, bruv. I'm going with Portugal. Do you know what I'm saying? For me, Portugal, the team, the dark horses, but especially with what Spain have mustered up so far. Yeah, it's only one game, and yes, Argentina lost their opening game to Saudi last tournament, and they went on to win it. But with Spain, I think they'll get better, but whether it's Portugal, whether it's Argentina, whether it's France, they'll come unstuck, mainly because of their defence and that Unai Simon. He's not all that. David Raya would be better, but again, it's what it is. It is what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? France Senegal should be a good game tomorrow. It will. It definitely will. Do you know why? Because Senegal will play and so will France. So France have got a lot to prove, bruv. Got to the final. Kylian Mbappe as well with his critics. That will be the game of the tournament so far. So far. But also look out for Argentina, Algeria, because Algeria are going to come out and play. They got Riyad Mahrez FC and all that shit. Gouiri up front and a few other players as well. So look forward to that shit. Do they still have a Tau playing right back? Correct me if I'm wrong, people. I'm not too sure. Not too sure. News came out that Saka can't play 90 minutes of football, still suffering from an injury. Also, Rice too. Saka needs at least 6 weeks off when the Premier League starts. Don't play. I wouldn't play him for the rest of this year, bruv. I'm not even joking. Get rid of Madueke. Ethan and Dalman can play half a season between them. I'd do it like that. I would literally do it like that. You know, whether we get Vinny in or we get another winger. You know, to be perfectly honest, I'd rather keep Reece Nelson on 100k a week than keep that fucking bum Noddy with his clown shoes and clown car living in La La Legoland, Madueke, bruv. Can't stand that fucking cunt because he thinks he's way better than he is. Talking of Chike, big up fucking Chike. I'll put the link out, yeah. Jump on stream as well, yeah, if you're still watching. My favourites are France, Spain, and Senegal. My dark horse is Japan. Yeah, to be fair, Japan did well against the Netherlands. And Ghana. To tell you the truth, our nation, all that great, thanks to football being where it is. Bro. Yeah. Football's in the gutter, bruv. And Brazil are being exposed right in front of the world, as you can see. Words to Monquay and that. Do you know what I'm saying? But don't sleep on Portugal. Do not sleep on Portugal. That's all I'm saying. With Ghana, because Thomas Partey's got these issues or whatever, wasn't able to get past border control and shit. He'll be a massive miss for them if that is the actual case. But yeah, man. We'll have to see on that. You know, it won't be an easy game when England play them, but yeah. Your guys, Chike, 4-1 against Paraguay, should have been like 7. At least fucking 5. You know what I'm saying? You absolutely battered them. Like, their best player is Almiron, and he was dog shit, bruv. That tells you all you need to know, bruv. Is what it is. It is what it fucking is. I mean, what can you do, man? What can you actually fucking do? Like, the problem is with this whole fiasco of ticket prices that we've talked about, Chike, with Gianni and a few others as well. Lack of quality, the lack of ability, you know, the hype around it has not been where it has. There was more hype. It was better marketed last tournament, the tournament before that, and definitely the tournament before that. The Nike, if you saw, I'm sure you saw the Nike advert in it before this tournament with Vinny Jr., Mbappe, Nico Williams. Like, it's a fucking joke, man. It was a fucking joke. It was worse than the one 4 years ago with Cristiano and Mbappe dunking on fucking the real Ronaldo, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Ronaldo Fenomeno, bro. The one and only. No phony, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm a poet. I fully well know it, can. Like, full of scrubs. I mean, you got Jude Bellingham, that fucking interview with Morgan Rogers. Like, what are we doing here? What are we actually fucking doing here? Do you know what I'm saying? So, the way I see it, it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good at all. It's just one of them where you can try and defend it and deny the obvious, but really and truly, ultimately, you can't keep defending the indefensible. You can't do it. There's no getting around it. And to be perfectly honest, from an Arsenal perspective, I would take a punt in bringing Balogun back. Do you know what I'm saying? Bring him back. That's what we need to do.
Is good. My man, thank you so much for having me, man.
No worries, man. On debut as well, as I like to say.
Thank you.
Talking of Socceroos, bruv, they upset Turkey. Do you know what I'm saying? Defended when they took their chances. Fair fucking play. First and foremost, Chike.
Yes, sir.
Brilliant to have you on the show and all
Thank
of that.
you. Thank you.
What you got to say, my brother, on the World Cup? You can add City into that as well as Arsenal, and yeah.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. The World Cup, honestly, if Gianni Infantino wasn't FIFA president, I would genuinely go to a match. I mean, the fact that you got issues like immigration with that Somalian referee, who's the best referee in all of Africa, he can't get in. I know he doesn't play for your team anymore, but Thomas Partey apparently got denial in the US but got granted access in Canada. The whole thing is just an S show. You know, you got ticket prices that are through the roof and you got empty seats. And honestly, I mean, and what's funny was I was talking with Troops, not directly, but you know, I texted him throughout the show, and when he found out that the World Cup was in this country, he was like, "Are you sure?" And the fact that someone that's literally not even American was doubting that the US would get this World Cup is insane to me. So that tells you all the issues that are dealt with this country. Also, I don't know if you heard about this, but last weekend, um, I believe England playing Kansas City, if I'm not mistaken, against Croatia, right? Or is it in Miami? Or one of the places?
I think it's in Kansas, because the news was
okay, it is in Kansas City.
I think the news was they were sheltering from a tornado in Kansas.
No. No, funny you say that.
That's why
I don't know if there was a no. That's fine. I mean, but so I don't know if you know this guy. Big up TJ Warren. He's on YouTube. TJ Warren TV.
Oh, I've heard of TJ awesome. Warren. Yeah. Big up TJ Warren. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's from Kansas City. You know, he's got all these insights. There was a shooting. I hate to bring it up, but there was a shooting in Kansas City last week. Last Saturday at 4 a.m. And apparently there was a mix-up because England were trained in West Palm Beach, Florida, yet there was a shooting in Kansas City, which is supposedly where England's World Cup home base is. And it was nonsense because their home base is in West Palm Beach, Florida, not Kansas City. So that was a nothing story. So that's just another example of why the US is just in an S show that it is, because it's the New York Times, which is one of the biggest newspapers in this country, and not surprisingly, the worst one when it comes to breaking news and stuff. And so it was just a nothing story, and the New York Times just continued to screw up like they always do, and just the US just wanting to get the center of attention. So I mean, the few games that I actually enjoyed were the Netherlands and Japan. That was a quality game. um I mean, obviously the US beating Paraguay, that was a needed result, Nat. And when I say needed, I mean Jesus Christ. I mean, Malik Tillman looked amazing. He's an American.
Man of the match.
Absolutely.
100%. If it wasn't for Balogun, 100% man of the match for me. To be honest, even with Balogun, because he should have at least got a hat trick. But yeah, Marcus Tillman, man of the match, 100%, ran the show. he ran the
No,
show on it.
100%. Yeah. Malik Tillman, not to create, it's Malik
Sorry,
Tillman.
Malik Tillman.
Yeah, no, you're
My
fine.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, Malik Tillman was incredible. Literally had the freedom of SoFi Stadium, which is another thing. Not to got to get off the. What I don't like about this World Cup also is that they're not using the actual names of the stadium. Like they're saying Philadelphia Stadium, Dallas. It's
Mm,
not. It thought they're all NFL stadiums. So if you're gonna use the name, just say Lincoln Financial Field or AT&T Stadium. Don't say LA Stadium or Seattle Stadium. There are actual
mm,
names instead of just using that. So that's just another thing that they continue to F up, which is just beyond me. So, and again, they knew that the World Cup was going to be in this country. So get the damn stadiums right. Um, so yeah, no, it's ridiculous. I'm tired of people saying, "Oh, Philadelphia Stadium, Estadio." They've no, just use the
Boston, bro.
actual name. Yeah,
Boston
it's
Stadium.
what the fuck.
Boston State,
Yeah,
brother.
Boston Stadium. What are we doing here? Like, there's an actual technical name that you should know, considering the World Cup it was going to be in this country, and you had months and years to find out the names of these stadiums, and you just continue to do whatever. It's ridiculous. Um,
Mm.
and also another thing that pisses me off is that the amount of commercials. Like, I don't know if you saw the amount of
Oh yeah,
commercials with the
yeah,
water breaks is just the whole thing is just an S show. Now, what I will say is that there are stadiums that are not indoor stadiums or domes, like SoFi Stadium's an indoor stadium. Where the Hard Rock Stadium, that's an indoor stadium, so there's air conditioning. So I do understand that there needs to be there need to be water breaks if it was an outdoor stadium and it's hot. Like MetLife Stadium, that's an outdoor stadium in New York, New Jersey. Gillette Stadium in New England, where the Patriots play, that's an outdoor
yeah.
stadium. Um, uh, uh, um, where they play in Santa Clara, Levi Stadium, that's an outdoor stadium. So if it was hot and humid and the temperature was just not gonna cope with that, then I would understand it. But for these indoor stadiums, no, I mean for these indoor stadiums, their air conditioning, like I don't know what the hell they have to complain about, but honestly, that there's a reason why there's called halftime, and honestly, it's just ridiculous. And another thing is that my brother actually got me into watching it. I watched the Spanish version of the World Cup where it's on
Mm.
Peacock. They don't when they do hydration breaks, they don't do these commercialized nonsense. They show you the
Mm.
players, they show you what's going on. Whereas in the US, they just want all the commercializations, they want all the money they can get. The whole thing is just an S show now. It really is.
They do that here as well. Like for the
Really.
Spain game against against Cape Verde, right?
Hmm.
It was at the Mercedes Benz Arena,
Oh, in
ATL
Atlanta. Yeah,
Atlanta.
yeah,
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
Atlanta.
ATL Atlanta, Mercedes Benz Arena. See, even I know the name of the stadium. Do you know what I'm saying? Even well, that stadium anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? That was closed roof, aircon, all of that shit. I
Sure.
put in the chat for Ruthless Gooner, aka Carl. Do you know what I'm saying?
Big
Big
up,
up
Kyle.
Carl, and Gianni was doing that watch along as well for the
Oh,
States
get out.
against
Big up
yeah,
Gianni.
yeah, 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 yeah. Big up Gianni each and every single time against
Absolutely.
Paraguay, and I put it in as like because I wasn't too sure if there were going to be any games like in like Arizona or Nevada, aka Vegas or
No
sorry,
way.
Vegas or Arizona,
No way.
basically Nevada and Utah. But I was just like, even the indoor, because I'm
All
sure
that.
there's probably like an indoor capable like stadium where they've got aircon, but Las Vegas is
Yes.
like 40 plus degrees. They're gonna be dropping like
Don't even.
flies, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ. It is so
New
bad.
Mexico and that Breaking Bad, bro. Albuquerque, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? they like best believe if one some of the games were played at Albuquerque, right? Best
Oh my
believe
God.
there'll be a Walter White in the stadium.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Even with a
Oh,
few empty
absolutely.
seats, there's going to be a Jesse Pinkman. There's going to be a Walter White. There'll probably be a Mike Herman a Gus for damn sure, Gustavo Fring and that. Hector Salamanca. Do you know what I'm saying? The boss can suck, man. Pause. Do you know what I'm saying?
Pause,
If you
mate.
know, you
Oh
know.
my,
Better call,
I know,
better
dude.
call Saul with
Jesus
that.
Christ. Golly.
But you know what I mean, man. It's
I
just
do know
like
what you mean, but
it's
honestly,
crazy.
it's ridiculous. I mean, and I don't know if you heard this. I hate to bring it up, but the country that the U.S. is in war with is in this World Cup, and I don't know if you heard this from Gianni or when Iran arrived in this country, they landed in Chicago at O'Hare, one of the two major airports in the city of Chicago. They got held up for 10 hours. Yeah.
Background checks.
Yeah, background checks. Almost literally takes half the damn day. I mean, it's ridiculous. Yeah. It's insane.
I actually remember when I went to the States, this was years ago, and it was a fucking school trip. Landed in JFK, going to Kennington Resort, Vermont, which is like a 9-hour drive from New York, basically JFK, right? Yeah, I was there for fucking, I would say good fucking like 4 or 5 hours. Like, well, maybe 2 or 3, but it felt like fucking 10. But actually getting held for 10 hours, that's basically a whole day. They've wasted a whole day. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're being held for 10 hours, that Iranian team, like, if you're being held like all 10 hours, that's basically all day. Wasted day. Look, I can waste a whole week, never mind the day, bro.
Same, I could waste hours? 2 months. Yeah. Shit.
It's a disgrace.
It is a disgrace. And flying in and out of JFK, Jesus Christ. JFK, I believe, in the United States and maybe the world, it's the biggest and the busiest airport in the United States and arguably the world. JFK's got to be up there. Hartsfield Jackson in Atlanta is the busiest and the biggest. I actually just came back from Tampa today. My brother lives in Tampa. That airport's pretty big and busy. You know, like LAX is just LAX is up there, Wahala. And I also didn't know this. Heathrow is massive, and Jesus, I've been to when I went to London, I went through Heathrow. Holy shit!
Oh yeah, it's a nightmare. Even fucking Gatwick, which is a bit further south. It's not. Well, I say it's not too far from where I live. I'm actually closer to Heathrow, but where I used to live, I was a lot closer to Gatwick. It was only a sort of 20-25 minute drive, with very little to no traffic. But yeah, like Gatwick and Heathrow, but especially Heathrow, they're both manic. Like, imagine if it wasn't for COVID and all that shit, them airports would have been ram-packed, bruv. And I think either the next Euros or the one after that, we're going to be hosting some games at like Wembley and that, so maybe like might be Old Trafford or something like that. But,
what? Man United Stadium? Are you serious?
Maybe. Don't quote me on that.
No. I'm not quoting you at all.
Wembley, I know for Wembley, I know for sure. Yeah,
that's no doubt.
Wembley, I know for sure. It might be the only one, but it's one of those where a bit like the 20. Well, it was 2020, but 2021 years. Like
2021,
playing it all over Europe for the most part, you know, other than obviously the Russias, etc., Romanians and that. But like the way you guys, more so the States, I think out of you guys, Canada and Mexico, I think Mexico's actually been pretty calm, like out of the three. And you would think on the surface it would be the worst one, isn't it? With the whole cartel and all of that shit. But they've actually they know how to sort their shit out. Do you know what I'm saying?
They do.
When there's a lot of this available, they're not doing that circus freak show like that. Unless it's obviously got that, you know, American influence, you know, being the World Cup. So outside of that shit, you know, you saw the first game. I did. Pretty much the first game against South Africa. Like, the ref wanted to be the star of the show. I believe it's the only two. No, actually, there was 3 red cards.
There were 3 red cards. They were all the second half. Yeah.
That ref. You know, he's taken under the table kind of, you know, brown envelope matrix and all that shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Maybe involved with the mob.
100%.
Would not surprise
100%. Any ref that's doing this star wants to be the star of the show kind of shit. The only other ref that, you know, tried to make it look like he majorly fucked up was the English ref Graham Poll. That was his last international tournament and probably international game that he refed as well. He's a Premier League ref, high level, doing European games as well, like Champions League.
Yeah.
For years, and then doing them, what was it, 3 yellow cards against, it was Croatia against Australia. I can't remember the Croatian guy, but he gave him 3 yellow cards. Like that is definitely, yeah. Gianni was saying for sure, and I hear that was definitely some brown envelope shit. But this referee, I don't even know what his fucking name is, right? Yeah,
I have no idea. I haven't even been keeping track with the refs, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, even with VAR, yeah. If you're putting out like 3 yellow cards, like pulling out 3 red cards, yeah, and they weren't all conclusive red cards, even with VAR. Do you know what I'm saying? I think the second one where he slapped him, I could understand that one. The first one, yeah, maybe kind of 50, yeah, maybe because he was clean and all that. I can hear that, but there were other decisions as well. It wasn't even just the red cards. There were other decisions where he could have easily let the game flow and he didn't do it. You know, and then obviously the red card that he gave, was it Reyes or was it someone else?
It might have been. I couldn't even remember, to be honest with you. And this game was almost a week ago.
A week ago, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, and even that red card, for me, out of all them red cards, I would have given that a yellow because it was cynical. Yeah, he took him out, but there was at least a bit of cover there. You know what I'm saying? And with the lack of quality of these players, if it was back in the day, even then I could understand the red card more because it's like one ball, and most players will at least try and attempt it. You never know, innit? But in this day and age, these players can't control a ball to save their life for the most part.
Oh my God.
They don't have that end product. I mean, look at Doku. Look at Doku today, bruv, yeah? De Ketelaere laid it off to him. Yeah, he technically put a tiny bit too much on that layoff, but even then, Doku had all the time in the world, and it went out the stadium, bruv. He volleyed it and it went out the stadium. It was horrible, bruv. Horrible. Look at Brazil. They can't string 2 passes together. They can't control the ball. Brazil. Yeah. How can Cape Verde, Haiti, Curacao, even though they got battered by Germany, they conceded like 5 in the second half, 5, 6, whatever.
Yeah, they conceded 5.
How can they have better first touch and passing? Yeah, how can they have better first touch and passing than Brazil? Morocco schooled them, bruv.
Oh yeah,
if they were more clinical, they would have won that game easy.
They would have smoked Brazil. They would have smoked Brazil. But you also have to understand, this is not the Brazil of old. Like this Brazil team is arguably the worst Brazil team that I've seen in my 27 years of living on this planet. And I'm young enough to remember when Brazil won well, I didn't obviously watch it, but I was young enough to know at the time that Brazil team was just on smoke. And my brother told me, remember Ronaldinho's goal? I hate to bring it up because I know you're an England fan.
I watched it at school, bruv. I remember it early in the morning. Early in the morning at school, we had a choice to either watch it at home or watch it at school. But
no
my
way.
mum was like working, my mum was working stupid hours at that point.
Sure,
but even my mum was working a lot as well. So she was like, well, I'm dropping you guys off regardless. So they gave us the option. They wheeled out the fat ass TV, do you know what I'm saying? No. On the trolley and that, do you know what I'm saying? You know, if it wasn't the Disney movies, like it would be for our case World Cup, like it would only be World Cup, but like the only other for you guys it will probably be like I don't know if there was like an NBA game played midweek. Or,
no,
not even.
Well,
Well,
when that World Cup happened, well, the thing with this World Cup is that it was colliding with the NBA Finals, and in 2002, so in 2002, I know you're not big into the NBA, because there was a sweep. which means that it's a best of 7, and the first team to win 4 games wins the championship. So there
Yeah.
was a sweep in the 2002 NBA Finals when the Los Angeles Lakers won. So luckily that did
Yeah.
not interfere with the World Cup. Wow, yeah, that's right. I forgot you're a big basketball fan. So that's I was holding back a
Well,
little
yeah,
bit because
I just have to make it clear. I don't watch it anywhere near as much as I used to
oh
because
no, it's terrible.
I remember my dad's best friend at the time. Yeah,
Hmm.
Welsh guy, ironically, but he's a cool guy. Yeah, he gave
Yeah,
me and my brother cause still got rocking the PS2 and shit. NBA Live '04. You remember
yeah,
that?
I
NBA
do.
Live. Gary
Yes,
Payton,
sir.
Jason Kidd. Obviously, you got
Oh,
Kobe Bryant, the
oh
Steve
yeah.
Nashes, the
Oh
Shaquille.
my God.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? That Lakers team was a fucking joke, bro. It was
And
a
so was that New
fucking
Jersey
joke.
Nets team. That New Jersey Nets team was nuts,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
There was a
yeah,
reason
yeah,
they
yeah.
were, yeah, there was a reason why they were called Slam City. Because you had a guy named Kenyon Martin, you had a guy named Jason Kidd, you had Richard
Yeah, Jason Kidd.
Jefferson, you had Kenyon Mark.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, that team was
Jefferson. Yeah,
nuts. That was the original Lob
ridiculous.
City where they were just dunking on, man. Oh my days. Yeah, that NBA era was the greatest, and we're just never gonna. I mean, thank God for Victor Wembanyama, but we're never gonna get the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s era of basketball back, unfortunately. So I don't blame you for not watching a lot of basketball. I really don't.
Everything has gone down. Look, I don't even
Oh
watch
yeah,
rugby like I used to
seriously?
because because the quality has gone down. Like
Shit.
the games are more entertaining to watch, but the quality of
Mhm.
players is still going down. So
Yeah.
don't be surprised in the next few years when it comes to football because you're talking about '02. I remember that cup, like I mentioned. Like we watched that quarter final.
Hmm.
There wasn't many of us because some of us did, some of my peers decided to watch it at home, and I don't blame them in
Sure.
it. But yeah,
I don't blame them
Nova
either.
scored
Yeah.
the first goal, and that was from a mistake from Lucio as well. Bad boy Lucio, and then
Yes.
Ronaldinho, Rivaldo,
Ronaldo,
but yeah,
Cafu, Roberto
Ronaldinho free
Carlos.
kick. I don't care what anyone says. For the longest, I didn't believe it, but over the years, he meant that shit. Just like Dennis Bergkamp against Newcastle, he meant that shit. When
Absolutely.
you're that good, he meant that shit. David Seaman, there was nothing he could have done about it. No, it just had to be him.
Absolutely.
It was just one of them ones. But that was my first World Cup. That was literally because when it was '98, even
Mhm.
though I was technically alive, I weren't watching football. I was more playing it. The garden. I
Correct.
was
Yeah,
basically
I was the same way.
I was a kid's kid. Do you know what I'm saying? Like growing up in the
Absolutely.
'90s, where it's just like I was literally the touch grass kind of kid. You know, yeah, I play Lego and read the kids books and whatever else like
Hmm.
PC games and all that, but it wasn't.
Absolutely.
I wasn't doing it as much. Like when the PS2 came, different
Yeah.
story. I was
Oh,
glued to
different
that shit.
gravy. Different
PS2, I
gravy.
don't care what anyone says, as you know, because you're old enough to know as well. Best
Yes, I
console
do.
ever. I don't care
Oh,
what anyone
absolutely.
says. I don't care if you're an Xbox. I don't care if you're Nintendo for life. And look, big up Nintendo in it.
Oh, big
Fuck
up
Xbox,
Nintendo, man.
but big up
Now,
Nintendo
yeah,
every
I will
single
never do
time.
Xbox.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah. But like PlayStation 2 is the best console. GTA
Easily.
is the best selling game ever, bro. On that console and period for a reason.
Absolutely.
And even after
Absolutely.
that definitive edition that has major problems with alongside GTA 3 and Vice City as well. Legendary games. I've actually completed GTA 3. I still need to
No.
complete Vice City and San Andreas, but yeah, but there's a
Mm,
reason, bro. The PS2
mm,
library.
mm, mm. I
Exactly.
remember that theme.
Yeah, the
Mm.
PS2 library is unlike any other, bro.
Oh,
Any other.
absolutely.
Even the later PlayStations, like PS3 was great, but nowhere near the
Yes.
level. PS4, they improved a lot of shit, especially at
Sure.
launch, because that's what ended Xbox.
Oh,
And then
absolutely.
and then the CEO of Xbox now, I can't remember her fucking name.
I don't
Might
even
be
know his
Jewish,
name.
might be not. I don't know, but she's
I
trying to
don't
bring
either.
back the she's trying to bring back the rivalry and bring back the exclusive games like Gears of War, Halo. Which look, I'm cool with that, but
Same.
it's too late. It's too late, bruv. You've already
It
lost the
is.
war, bruv.
Yep.
It's like it's trying to put your uniform on, going out to an empty field, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? When you've
Facts.
already lost the war years ago, bruv.
Facts.
That ain't your territory no more. You can't
Nah.
compete. You don't
Nah.
have. Well, they have the resources. They don't have the. They don't have nada. Bruv. And even
No, they don't
even
got
Sony's
shit.
been fucking up. Even PlayStation, even Sony's been fucking up. But Microsoft, they're like, well, we got our PCs and all that shit. We got our gaming and yeah.
Yes.
And look, PC gaming's elite.
Oh, it is.
PC gaming is fucking. Other than PS2, PC gaming, I've always respected. I actually started with the PC
games
and all that. Was it like there was one way back in the day when I was a kid. I was a really young kid. I was like 3, 4 years old. Like, was it Elmo's World and all of that? And there was another one with the fucking detective with his dog and that. I can't remember his name. It was all Sesame Street based. There were other PC games as well. And that, yeah, it was like them PC games were class. And obviously, you got the Flash games, etc. Like PC gaming is elite. But PS2, in terms of consoles, out consoles, you know, got from fucking Atari, you know, the Commodore era, way back in the day. Obviously, you got this Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
I was going to say, then the N64 and all that.
N64, GameCube, mad underrated.
Oh, massively underrated.
Was mad underrated, bruv. Yeah, but PS2 is the GOAT, bruv.
Oh, PS2 is
the GOAT.
I was going to say, PS2 is the damn Godfather. What are we doing here?
100%. How many classic games? Even the Godfather was on that game.
Yes, it was.
Fucking Godfather. Scarface. What the 2 greatest films in video games on the best console ever. You couldn't write this shit.
No, you can't make this shit up. It's incredible.
FIFA was better. FIFA was better. All the EA Sports games were better in that era. Million miles better than they are today. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Call of Duty games were still good. Like there was it the FIFA Street? You had what was it? Yeah, even though it wasn't exclusive, you had like time splitters and that were on there. But you also had fucking what is it? Gran Turismo. Because that's still Gran Turismo 3 and 4, especially 4. That's the best. And they even remastered that shit for PC as well. For me, at this moment in time, PC is the MVP. It's the best today. And a lot of the reasons is like the modding community. The modding community is super elite, bro.
I completely agree. Elite.
I don't give a shit if people give them the hacker profile, like give them the hacker like label. I don't give a shit. They're doing what these game developers, they're doing what these game developers refuse to do. And the truth of the matter is, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them modders, like, even if they were offered the money and certain deals and all that, wouldn't take it. And they just keep doing their thing and just build their own profile. And then if there's another company, independent company, where they could get the money and still do their thing, have their own channels and get their own revenue outside of that advertising, you know, etc. Just do it that way.
Absolutely.
Be independent and all that shit. Make 100%. Money, do your thing. Whereas back in the day, you were willing to work for all these companies. Now, even with the money, it's not worth it, bro.
It isn't,
because they tell you what to do, and if you don't do it, you're out the door. They'll find someone else, or they'll work with less, because they don't give a shit about quality control. Bit like food, isn't it? Which is a fucking joke.
Don't even start on food. It's bro.
I mean, it's shit where you are, but even here, it's gone down.
I tend to beg to differ. I mean, the US's quality of food has been shit for ages. But I remember I remember it was last year. Big up Ransom Lee, by the way. There was a story that that Rance told, and I actually never even knew. It goes somewhere like when Lukaku was in England, he couldn't, like, some of the stuff that he was eating in your country, he was actually allergic to, and he didn't know. Hey, big up Black Crow. Big up my guy. Thanks so much for watching the stream. Honestly, you are a real one at work. I don't even know where he is, but hopefully he's not working at 1 a.m, because that's.
I think he's Midwest. Johnny was telling me he's Midwest.
Oh, okay, so, okay. So he's an hour behind. Okay.
I think like Wisconsin or something like that. So,
oh shit! Get out. Oh shit! Yeah. I've been to Wisconsin. I need to go. Anyway, thank God he's only an hour behind. Anyway, so when Lukaku was in England, there were certain foods that he was eating that he was allergic to, and he didn't know. And that just goes to show that, you know, the fact that he was eating all that stuff in England and the English doctors didn't pick up on it. It's insane to me. And then once he left England, I think he went to Inter at that time, because I think it was right around 2019, 2020, something like that.
Yeah.
After he left England, he went to Inter, I believe, because I know he won a Scudetto there. He immediately changed his diet, and then he looked amazing. And then the Italian doctors picked up on what he was eating in England. So again, it just goes to show that I have no idea how you still live in this. I have no idea how you still live in that country. I mean, I know the U.S. is not better, and believe me, it is not. But
Yeah, it's
you know,
for me the states is still the worst, but that's because like the was it the FDA, the FDD, whatever the fuck companies and agencies are running this shit. Like, but
mm,
in this country, like they're still putting in the chemicals. They're just not quite as bad,
okay.
but we're well on our way, bruv. We're well on our way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Shit.
if like the only saving grace is that the whole UK or even just England. England is smaller than damn near every state that you have, pretty
Oh
much.
yeah, you could
Landmass,
literally.
yeah.
Oh
But
yeah.
even the UK, like population, like yeah, like for sure. Like maybe there's 1 2 states where we would compete, but
No,
even then,
there's no
it's
state that
just like
England competes with. There's no
yeah,
state. Well, actually, I take that back. The one state that England could probably compete with is where I live in Connecticut. Um, Other than that, there no the only
yeah,
states that
because it's population like landmass.
right.
England and the UK as a whole doesn't compete. Like
Oh no.
because you could fit like 100 plus UK's well, I say Great Britain. It's more like shit Britain, divided kingdom, DK, bro, divided kingdom. Not so Great Britain. Do you know what I'm saying? But
Oh my,
Britain, you
yeah.
can fit 100 Britons in Texas, and you
Yep.
still be able to fit some more. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh
That's
yeah.
how big Texas is, man. But
It's
yeah, I know
massive.
there are smaller states, but it's not just the landmass; it's the population. Our population, well, if you're going for Britain population, it's like I think
70
it's like
million?
70 mil. Yeah, yeah, around
Yeah.
about 70 mil now, give or
Yeah.
take. England alone is about like 60 odd. So yeah, yeah, and
Jesus.
there's a lot more. There's a lot more incoming, even with or without the boats. Like do you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's a whole different other thing. But yeah, like for me, what I see is just the whole
Mhm.
standards have gone down, and this
Yep.
World Cup, you're seeing it in 8K, not even in 4K. You're seeing it in 8K now.
Yeah, it's
Like
terrible.
you know,
Teams celebrating draws. Like the one thing I watched part of the Belgium Egypt match, and one of the things that I rated about that match was that when Belgium scored, Lukaku didn't even celebrate. He just got the ball, brought it back to the center. Just do. Why are we celebrating draws? We're not in the. You're not going from. You're not going. You're not. You're not. You didn't. You're not leading in the game, and you didn't take the lead at the end. Like, why are we celebrating draws like they're victories? They're draws, and it's just ridiculous. And the thing that really annoys me is that in the group stage, with some teams are drawing 1-1, go for the win. Because how the
yeah,
format works is that if you win your group, depending on how all the other nations do, you may get an easier run into MetLife Stadium, which is where the final is going to be. So why don't,
yeah.
like, what are we come on now, like, if the US may actually win their group, because I was genuinely stunned the way that Australia beat Turkey, which actually now
If you
may be
beat
our hardest game.
if you beat Australia,
we
and
we win the
then
group,
you at
or
least get a
actually,
draw with Turkey, because Turkey will still be a tough game because like
yes.
Turkey are expected to get out of the group. One way
Oh
or
yeah.
the other, they're expected to get
Yeah.
out of the group. To be honest,
Mhm.
I picked Turkey to top the group, but they
And
couldn't
as
finish
did I,
their
to be
dinner.
honest
They
with you, and I'm
they they,
American.
they left. Yeah, exactly. They left. What's his name? Abdin, and there was this other guy on the bench. Yeah, their best
What?
players at the time,
Shit.
outside of Ardagula and Yildiz and all that shit.
Unisat
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I know they had Hakan as well, but like they had chances, couldn't finish their dinner. Similar to Spain today.
Yeah,
Spain were poor, man. That
they
Ferran
were
Torres, bro.
poor.
How the
No.
fuck does he start for
My
Spain?
question is
Never
is
mind
why
Barca.
where's Alvaro Morata? Like, did he not get called up? Are you kidding me? See, that's the thing with Spain, and actually a majority of the countries. The thing that I don't like, and I was actually talking to my old man about this when my brother and my dad and I were watching the Champions League final. See, my dad's old school. He's going to be 67 in December, and so
Mm.
he's seen quality players like Zico, Socrates and these were the old Brazil teams. God rest his soul, Socrates, even Dida, the big ass keeper. He's seen so many
Romario,
quality players.
like the
Yeah,
Neto
Michel
and that,
Platini.
like, yeah.
Yeah, the thing that pisses
Mm,
him off is that there's no recognized striker. There's no recognized guy that's going to be a threat to goal. And this is why Spain and Germany, as good as those nations are, the reason for me is why they're not going to win is if they go behind, those guys don't have a recognized striker. And when you don't have a recognized striker that you can feed the ball to, it's very, very difficult to teams for it's very, very difficult for a team to score, especially when you're going up against a low block. And obviously, Curacao is not going to be a low block. But let's say,
mm.
for example,
And
Germany
Cape
get
Verde
a
defends as well. Their keeper was on
yeah, that's what
fire.
I mean.
Like,
Like, imagine if Germany get a Cape Verde or God forbid a Senegal was actually one of my dark horses. But imagine they get
mm,
one of those teams and they go behind. It's going to be very, very difficult for them to. It's going to be very, very difficult for them to come back because the minute that Senegal, who actually can play football, by the way, and they taught the U.S. how to. Well, even though the U.S. beat them, they didn't have any of their key players in there. But when Senegal's got all their key players, watch out for Senegal. I mean, I'm telling you because I think if they go 1-0 up, they may either do one of two things. They may frustrate the life out of people, including a Spain and a Germany, because they don't have a recognized number nine. Hell, even in Argentina people are saying Argentina are favorites for this World Cup. I personally don't see it. Yes, sure, they have Lionel Messi. I don't even know if they brought Julian Alvarez or who even else. I think they have Lautaro Martinez, but even still, just defensively and it's just not. It's just they're just going to struggle against one of these good teams, and yeah,
mm.
it just tells you where football is right now. It's not in a good
Yeah,
place, and it's only going to
their
get worse.
defense. They got the keeper. They've got a decent midfield, and obviously their front line with Leo Messi and Julian Alvarez. And I don't rate Lautaro Martinez, but
I don't
their
either.
keeper's class. But I don't see them winning it. AFC was talking about a big up AFC, but it's just
Yeah,
like
big up
back to
AFC.
back champions. But I was just like, my money, literally, yeah, is on Portugal. Like
Wow,
If you look at Portugal's midfield, yeah, you got João Neves, you've even got
Vitinha.
Ruben Neves on the bench, Vitinha, and
Yep.
Bruno Fernandes. Now, whatever
Yeah.
you want to say about Bruno Fernandes, right? Bruno Fernandes, yeah, Bruno
Yes.
Fernandes, especially in this tournament, the 21 assists, whatever, even though I don't really count assists like that. It's, again,
Yeah.
another stat that was diluted and then shat on completely, and twisted and polluted to fuck. But even that midfield, and then you got Cristiano, you got Gonzalo Ramos off the bench. You've already got like three PSG players.
Yes.
Like yes, their manager's dog shit. But to be honest, Cristiano is managing that team. He's
I was
player
about to say,
manager, bro. He's player manager. Forget they could have no manager. They're still my pick for the World Cup because that
wow.
midfield up front, whatever you think of Liao is mad and consistent, but when he's
Mm.
on it, he's better than Doku, bruv. When he's on it, he's better than
Everyone's better than
Doku.
Doku. He
Technically,
sucks. He sucks.
exactly. And
So
bruv,
bad.
exactly.
He's so bad.
He was poor as well. He
He's
was
so
poor.
bad. The whole Belgium team it's ridiculous. Sorry, I don't mean to go, but the reason I'm hesitant about Portugal is because they don't need CR7. Like this is arguably Portugal's greatest. This is arguably Portugal's best squad that they've had in years. Like you
Mm,
mentioned, they have a bunch of PSG players. They got Bruno Fernandes. They got Bernardo Silva. I mean, God rest
yeah.
his soul. If Diogo Jota didn't leave us so soon, and his brother. Yeah, it's just they don't
Joao
need
Cancelo as well,
CR7.
I believe, is. I don't know if he got picked for the squad, but if he,
I
if
hope
he
he did
has,
because he's
then
quality.
yeah. Yeah, I
He's
think because
quality.
he's playing in Saudi, so I don't see why they
Yes.
wouldn't pick him. Ruben Neves, I know he doesn't
I
start,
forgot
but he's
about Ruben
definitely
Neves.
in the squad, and he's a good player. I've always rated him when he was at
And
Wolves, and then, yeah,
don't forget Nuno Mendes, who's the left back for PSG, or am I thinking of someone
yeah,
else?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Good. Good. Yeah, I do remember.
Nearly half their
But
team is PSG, bro. Back to back
shit.
Champions League, bro.
Wow.
That's part of the reason. Yes, you got the Cristiano effect, but Cristiano is going to be more impact player. And even if
Oh,
he
he
does
better be.
start, like,
If he starts,
like,
then just then forget about it.
do you know what I'm saying? If he
Absolutely, I
gets
know what you're
sub,
saying.
if he gets subbed off, yeah, in these group matches, yeah, it will because he subs himself off in it, to rest up for the latter stages because
They
like
don't need him in
Cristiano
the
can't
latter stages, though, Nat. They
can't keep
don't
going
need
like.
him. They don't need
uh,
him. The guy's 41 years old. They don't need him. Just
I
don't
hear
like
it.
Exactly. It's all the nonsensical politics around this is his final World Cup. They
Mm,
don't need him. This is
mm.
Portugal's best squad that they've had in golly, I don't even remember how long. Maybe
20
10, maybe
years.
20
20
years. Yeah,
years.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
20 years. Yeah.
Yeah, when
Jesus, no.
Cristiano was a kid, bruv. That was the
I was
best
about to say,
Cristiano, bruv.
yeah.
Yeah,
He
that was
was
the
he
best
was younger
Cristiano.
than me. Absolutely. That was his
Figo
first
and
World
all
Cup.
that, Maniche, bruv.
Absolutely.
Costinha,
Figo.
Ricardo Carvalho, even
Yes.
who was the keeper? Ricardo, innit? Mad
Yeah, yeah.
underrated, that keeper. Mad,
What a
well, most keepers are, but he
yeah.
was a great keeper.
What's that? The kid that Gianni told me about, Quaresma. I don't even know if he was on the squad then.
Oh yeah, yeah. Quaresma was a fucking baller, bro.
He was.
Quaresma was unbelievable. The Trivella King, bro. All the to be honest, I'll say this, yeah. I don't give a fuck
Please.
who sees this, yeah. Quaresma as a footballer, even to this day, technically better than Cristiano. I don't care.
Oh,
Cristiano has the
absolutely.
elite level mentality. He'll get the goals. He has all the accolades. And don't get me wrong, Cristiano's an amazing footballer.
Sure.
Don't get it twisted.
Sure.
But at the same time, right, when you're 40 years old playing in Saudi and you're tripping over the ball, it's one thing doing that when you're younger, innit? Like when you're super fast and you're trying to make things work and the way that he was playing. You can allow that in it.
Sure.
As long as you don't make it a habit. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
But when you're doing that at 40 years old, like you look at
Mm.
Salah,
Mm.
and I've slated, you know me, brother. I've slated Salah. What
Yeah,
did
we
Salah
need to have
do
a
today?
conversation about that guy. He's nowhere near. No.
Salah stayed in the pocket and he did the basic things. Had a header on target. You know, it is what it is. It's not his game. But
Sure.
he was more of a team player. And that,
Yes.
among other things, obviously, with Marmoush and that, was part of the reason why Egypt got a point today and should have won that game.
Absolutely.
Because Salah knows where he's at. He don't have the pace that he used to.
Nope.
But he's a lot stronger now because obviously he's worked on that.
Sure.
And he's got enough skills, even though he's still a bit erratic.
Yeah.
You know, to more of a degree than Cristiano, probably a lot more. Yeah.
Sure.
But at the same time, it's like he keeps things simple and he does what he knows he can, rather than thinking he's way better than he is. When you have the likes of fucking Garnashers, bruv. I know he's not at the World Cup and all that shit.
Thank
the players
God.
like that. Fucking Madueke for England. He's a perfect example.
Oh
Noddy, goddamn motherfucking Madueke, bruv.
Oh my
With
God.
his clown shoes and clown car, living in La La Legoland still, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? That guy is fucking, yeah, that guy is fucking useless, bruv. He is dog shit. You talk about Doku, yeah? The difference between Madueke and Doku, very simple, yeah? You could argue whether Doku is better than Madueke at dribbling the ball. I'm open to hearing that conversation. When it comes to end product, as shit as Doku is on the ball, at least this season, he made it close. He made it close to the title race. He got them goals against Everton. I think he scored against, who else did he score? Was it? I can't fucking.
He scored
remember,
against Everton. Oh, geez, who did he score against? Did
Yeah,
he score? I
they
think he
made the
scored
title
against
race.
Brentford. I think he scored against Brentford.
Yes, that was it. Brentford.
Okay.
Yeah. Brentford and Everton towards the end of the season. So he's got a little bit more in product. Whereas with Madueke, he scored a banger.
Yep.
And then he did fuck all for the rest of the season, running the ball out of play. Doing that more than what I've seen Doku done in his entire career. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because with Doku, he's mad frustrating, but he doesn't run the ball out of play as much. But what he does do, which what most wingers do, which is what I fucking hate, and I know you do, and I'm sure your old man,
I hate it.
Mine does as well, where they just stop, turn, and pass. You have all that pace, all that physical attributes, yeah? You're getting paid
top dollar.
millions a year. Yeah, exactly. Top dollar, yeah? And you're stopping and turning and passing back. Sometimes they're like in the corner and they're running all the way back down near to the halfway line to pass the ball back because they can't take on the fullback. And it's not like fullbacks are that good.
They're not.
In the
They're
Prem,
horrible.
Like they're beasts, some of them, but technically, defensively, do you know what I'm saying? Like, absolutely. They're not Timber level when he's 100% fit or close to that. You know what I'm saying? They're not Reece James level when he's fit.
Nope.
Other than them two, all the other right backs in the league ain't it, bro.
Nope.
Ain't it? Was it? At one point, it would have been Tarek Lamptey, but again, with the injuries, and he went on loan to Fiorentina. Sure. Matt Sounds was meant to be good, but he fell off a cliff, went to Bournemouth, flopped. Don't know what's happened to that guy, but
Jesus.
he's got other things on his mind because I think fucking football. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I was about to say football's not his number one priority, and I think that's pretty
I
obvious.
have no idea what's going on with that guy, but I named 4, but really and truly, for all intents and purposes, 3. And similar in the left back role, yeah. And then if you go to the other leagues, it's pretty similar. Other than the best. So you got like the Nuno Menge, for example.
The Nuno Menge, the keeper.
Yeah. Like,
Joao Cancelo, you can put in there if he's going to the World Cup. I'm gonna be really upset if he's not, because he's a quality right back. But yeah, it's just that exactly. This is why I stopped watching football for a bit, because the quality has just gone down, and it's going to continue to go down. And the thing that really upsets me about this World Cup, and it highlighted it, why are people literally? It's sideways back, sideways back, sideways back. I mean, this was Arsenal at one point. I mean, what the hell? This is why my dad doesn't watch football. And he actually fell asleep during the Champions League final, because it was one of the worst finals I've ever seen. And I started watching the Champions League final in 2012, so 2011.
Yeah, I hear it, bro. We were playing we got the early goal. Maybe it was too early. Kai Havertz back once again and all that shit. We defended well, but again, one lapse in concentration, one error, and it was Mascara. Inexperience, because other than that, he had a brilliant game. Other than that, he locked him down with the help of Bukayo Saka. But again, Saka came off because we know he can't last a full game.
Nope. And he's injured too.
Yeah. Where was Max Dowman? Eza was poor, even before the penalty. And just very quickly, he needs to stop, stop doing that shit. Don't be surprised if England are in a penalty shootout and he takes a penalty. If he does that same run up, I know he's missing it. Or it's getting saved. Either one of the. If he does that same run, because remember, what's his face, Bruno Fernandes. You notice how he's not doing that hop, skip, and jump like that. You notice how he's not doing that shit.
Oh, hell,
you might do a little stutter. I don't mind the stuttering so much.
Yeah,
but if you're doing that hop, skip, and doing all that, running back and forth, trying to do that Rocky when he found his feet from Apollo Creed in Rocky 3 when he was taught how to move like Ali and shit like that. If you're trying to do that shit. You're not that guy, bruv. And I rate Eberezer. He's a quality footballer. He's got tech. It's clear.
Sure.
But when it comes to penalties, and he was doing that shit at Palace, I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah, I don't want to you can't see that shit. You cannot see that shit.
Victor Gyökeres.
Hell no.
He started well in this tournament, He's got his goal or 2, I think.
Did he score a hat-trick?
No, he didn't score. I think he scored. He scored 1. Maybe he scored 2. Hang on, let me check.
Potentially a brace. Yeah, let me take a look, because I didn't watch that game, but I know Sweden whooped. They whooped. What was it, Tunisia?
Oh no, it's 1. It's 1, because the only players that have got 2 is Yasin Ayeri from Sweden, the Tunisian-born. He got a couple of goals. The first one was a banger, by the way. Kai Havertz scored 2, should have scored more, and then obviously Florian Balogun.
Yes,
Arsenal
for the USA.
yeah. Like Florian Balogun should have got 4, bruv. At the very least, a hat trick. Like we should have
destroyed Paraguay more than 4 goals and not given up that stupid goal away. Oh my god!
And the problem is if we try and sign, let's say for argument's sake, we sell Marino and I'll get to Mikel Marino in a sec when it comes to Spain.
No worries.
Let's say for argument's sake, we're definitely going to sell Jesus. He's done. But if we sell Marino on top of that, and or Kai Havertz, for example,
he's got to go.
But we bring in Balogun, back once again, the Renegade Master with the ill behaviour and all that shit, banging in goals, bruv, He'll cost upwards of 50 mil. 50 mil will be the minimum, bruv. After this World Cup, considering, but the problem is, we had him on our books, bruv. But our Lord and Saviour, Mikel Arteta, bruv, Lego head at the time, prime time Lego head, thought that the King of Samunda, Eddie Nketiah, on $100,000 a week, by the way, was a better option. She's your queen to be, and all of that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I do remember. What
are we doing here? Big up Matty, by the way. Big up Matt.
Big up Matty.
Each and every single time. Yeah, I love it when he does that shit. But again,
oh my god, he's incredible.
He relied on Eddie Nketiah, bro. Then we sold him to Palace for 25 mil in the end. Could have sold him earlier to Wolves and West Ham for similar money. And we were trying to hold out for 30, 40 mil. And then we were like, okay, we got to get rid of him. Yeah. Like a year or 2 fucking late, cunt. Do you know what I'm saying? Like what are we doing here? But yeah, back to, was it on Cal Marino, yeah, when you're
Yeah.
talking about Ferran Torres, shot, even Azoyabal out wide,
Oyaz-
and he's
he's
played
a,
up front before, like full
I
time.
love Oyazabal. He's one of my favorite
He's a
players for
quality
Spain.
player,
He
but
is
he was
quality.
shocking. He was
Yeah.
shocking. He
The
was
whole Spain
shocking.
team respect. This
Yeah.
is the wild part. I don't mean to, before you talk about Mikel Marino.
No. Go on.
Lamine
Yeah,
Yamal,
go on, brother. Yeah.
okay, yeah. Lamine Yamal, I thought he'd started this game. He didn't start. He came on at the 70th minute, was instantly their best player. And that guy hasn't played football since April. And we're halfway through June. Yeah, I don't, I love Spain, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I mean, big up Lee. He said that Spain's winning the World Cup. After that performance, I really don't know. I really don't.
I was even saying this in his chat. He probably saw it, might not either way. It's fine by me, but I was like, don't sleep on Portugal, bruv. Got Senegal's dark horses. I hear it. To be honest, at this point, the way things are going, I think the States are more likely to get far. Like, really far, especially if Balkan keeps.
Don't hype me up. Please don't hype me up. Please don't hype me up. Please don't hype me up.
Man like Potts get into another final, but instead of Spursy, bruv, it's the fucking USA and all of that shit.
And the US doesn't even dominate.
And all that.
Oh, home of the brave, Jesus Christ. It takes for all the big nations to be this awful for the US to actually have a chance. I mean, it's
Canada couldn't even beat Bosnia, bro. Do you know what I'm
saying?
No,
please don't say Canada. Down. I hate that country.
Hey, 1-1, yeah. I saw Lauren big up Blue Dog each and every single time.
Big up Blue Dog.
You know what I'm saying, yeah.
So
she was livid. But I hear it. I hear it.
I believe it.
You got the equaliser, and like you said earlier, Chico, rightly so. They were settling for a draw at home, bruv. Go for it.
Yeah,
go for it. Nation. So fucking feeble. You know what we did in the Euros?
Tell me.
And all of our games, pretty much all our games were at Wembley, bruv. We went for it. Other than the final, we went for it because we bottled it right at the end. We did the prime time, Spursy, the Asna, obviously before we won the league. Before we won the league title, of course. Before we won the league title, yeah. But Harry Kane. Well, to be fair, Harry Kane did well in that final, but Luke Shaw scored, and then it was based literally what Southgate did in that final. Arsenal did in the Champions League final. Got the early goal.
They did the whole. Yep.
Got the early goal. Parked the bus and
hoofball. Yep.
Hoofball. I'm not saying we should have beaten PSG at their own game. At least move the ball a bit. Keep it on the ground and be a bit more direct.
Yeah.
Limit it because of the lack of quality. Yeah.
Try to go 2-0.
But we've seen
it before. Try to score. Yeah. They wouldn't even try to score.
Why wouldn't we even play like how we did against Fulham, but just trying up the levels? One final game before the World Cup, give it your all. And then you got a man like Gibraltar. He's no longer nicking a living guard because that game's going to nicking a living Allegri, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? At Napoli.
Oh, he's one of you Juventus?
He's
or Napoli, wherever he's going. Jeez. God, he's so bad.
Me and Johnny, like on John's channel, like doing that. Yeah.
The guys,
like, because it's ironic, yeah. I've become an honorary Neapolitan. Do you know what I'm saying? Napoli fan, yeah. And then they bring in fucking Massimo Allegri, get rid of Conte.
He sucks.
Good players, there's some scrubs, Politano and all of that. Jesus, who's dog shit and all of that. But like, and Arsenal winning. I went to the parade, loving fucking life. Who knew, bruv? Who fucking knew? Just very quickly, big up Black.
Big up Black.
He absolutely believes in his half-hearts that he's Ronaldinho. En La Basura with that headband, bruv. Put that in the motherfucking bin. You will never ever be remotely near that guy, bruv. You're not even primetime Sterling, bruv, at City. That's how bad you are, bruv.
Oh my God.
You are not even Sterling at City. Or even Liverpool, to be fair. I'll go as far as say this. When Sterling was at Liverpool, I think that was his best period. Because he's scoring goals for you lot. But in terms of style of play and how he was playing better at Liverpool. Madueke will never get to that level.
No.
Never.
No.
Doku will never get to that level. And obviously the Garnashers and the Kittens,
please don't say his name. I hate that guy. He's literally he's literally
as well.
He's the definition of a mutant, that motherfucker. He is the definition of
Garnashers is a mutant, bro. If you want to look up mutant in the dictionary, look at his face.
I was about to say Alejandro Garnacho is the definition.
The Argentinians, They told him Wagwan real quick,
Yep,
real fucking
they
quick. Do
told
you
him,
know what I'm
F
saying? It's
you,
just like you
get
want to
out,
wear
don't even play
TR1,
football anymore.
you want to wear Cristiano boxes, yeah. You want to model that shit, doing
No.
his celebrations and shit, yeah. You ain't playing for
No.
Argentina again.
No.
You ain't playing for Argentina again. And Chelsea have got him, and Chelsea want to banter us. You want to banter us.
I was about to say, you can't touch Arsenal. You cannot touch Arsenal.
We've won more league titles than them. I don't care if they've got a better European pedigree. Forest had a better European pedigree, still do. Villa now.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you got the Liverpools and Man Uniteds and that. You guys
don't forget
won
don't forget the yeah, we won the Champions League in 2023.
Yeah.
Made it to the final.
Forest,
lost to Chelsea. Should have made it to the final years prior to that.
Trust me, just very quickly, before I get on to Marino, and I will get on to Marino, just in a second.
Yeah, no worries.
We will win the Champions League in 3 years, maximum.
Oh, absolutely.
By 2021, we win it. All you rival fans, and this is mainly Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea for damn sure, and obviously Tottenham. I mean, Tottenham are fucking disgrace to football. In 3 years, I want to see them relegated, maximum. 3 years, because they've the money, but they don't have that pool, bro. Even with De Zerbi, they don't, and their fans are disgraced, celebrating like that, stay in the league after you won not only a trophy, a European trophy on top
European trophy.
Because technically, they've got more pedigree in Europe than we have, and that's how bad it is. You were celebrating, staying up. Bro. You should have been booed. But to be honest, I'm glad they celebrated. Glad they celebrated, because the truth of the matter is, that side of North London is now officially clapped. It's no longer North London is clapped. It's that side of North London, Seven Sisters Road and all that shit. That's clapped, bruv. Spursy lot. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm talking in particular.
Damn Spursy, you know.
Yeah, past Finsbury Park and all of that. You go into Tottenham Hale and all that shit. Yeah, fully clapped, bruv. I don't give a shit. But anyway, back to Mikel Merino.
Yeah, Mikel Merino.
For Spain to even get back on track, being the favourites, odds on and all that shit, they got to stop Mikel Marino up front, bruv.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that Ferran, as a striker, we all know that Mikel Marino is better. And the way Spain play, he'll get more chances and he'll put more away. We've seen that before.
Put them in the back of the
You know, on international break, you know, the Nations League and whatever the qualifiers, he was scoring some goals here and there.
Got a hat trick.
And he was getting, he got a hat trick, bruv.
He did.
They need to go back to that shit. Because Ferran Torres, no matter for whatever reason, because of injuries or whatever, it's Mikel Marino time, bruv.
Yeah.
And if it means someone bids 40, 50 mil after the tournament, I'm all for it.
Absolutely.
Like I was debating whether to keep him because, like, you know, even though he's been injured and all that, as a striker option, you know, because we can't just rely on Correz unless we get Balogun. Like, the only way I'll be like, get rid of him, period, like Gianni and others, would be bringing Balogun back, because then we can get rid of Jesus,
absolutely,
as well as maybe Kai Havertz, even though he started well in this tournament, to be fair, and Mikel Marino. Marino needs to start up front, bruv.
Oh, absolutely,
up front. But will he actually start up front? I don't know, bruv. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know either.
And the only way for me, because who's Spain got next, bro?
They've got Saudi Arabia, and I think that's in it. Yeah, they got Saudi Arabia, and then they got Uruguay. Yeah, they're in a tough group, man. They're in a real tough group. And Uruguay, for as bad as they were in the first, the thing with Uruguay is that they can be horrific for the first 58 minutes, and then they got an equalizer, and then it was like, oh, that got them to play good football. Why didn't they do that from the start? And this is why I don't like. This is why I hate certain, like, it takes them to go a goal behind for them to actually start playing football. Play football from the start. Like, you know, I said this before, like, the reason why I pick France and Spain and Senegal, and because they play football and they keep the ball on the ground. Why do teams just go lump it? It's ridiculous. And like I said, don't be surprised if Senegal make a run at this World Cup, because I think they've got a great team with Edouard Mendy and Mane and Idrissa Gueye. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
If they face up against Morocco, bro, hellfire, blood fire in that match. Do you know what I'm saying? That will be a hell of a game, bro. Because Senegal should be AFCON winners, bro. I don't care what anyone says. That is robbery of the highest order I've seen it in a long time, bro. Especially in modern era of football. Probably not since Chelsea got robbed in that game, but we're talking about getting robbed of a whole fucking trophy. That's even worse. That's even fucking worse. But yeah, when it comes to Spain, yeah, you're right. They've got Saudi Arabia 5 o'clock my time, which for you it will be like 11. Was it 11,
I think it's going to be 11 a.m. or noon. No, it's going to be noon. Yeah, it's noon. Yeah, because England's 5 hours ahead. Yeah, so they got Saudi Arabia next week.
Eastern
yep.
time.
So they got 5. Yeah, they got Saudi Arabia.
I'm thinking of Black Crow as well. Yeah. So 6 hours for Black Crow in it. So like, yeah, it'll be
because he's in the Midwest, Wisconsin. Big up Wisconsin.
Yeah, big up Wisconsin. But
the thing for Spain is that they need to start Mikel Merino up front, and defensively they need to. I'm actually one of the reasons why I'm nervous about Spain is because defensively they could go up against a team like a Senegal, like they could go up against one of these teams, and then they don't put their chances away defensively. I don't think they're all that great. I think their defense is really poor. I mean, honestly, I have no idea why David Raya is not playing. I genuinely have no clue, and I don't know who Unai Simon plays for anyway. But he ain't.
It's at Bilbao. I think he's still at Bilbao. The thing is with Unai Simon, man, he's mad overrated.
He's completely overrated.
Just because he's a bit taller doesn't mean you're better. David Raya is a player of the season for me.
Yes.
If it wasn't for him, like maybe you could talk about Gabriel and Declan Rice. Cool. Gabriel Magalhaes I'm talking about. But like David Raya for me, start Mikel Merino, start the Arsenal boy. Because the thing is with Mikel Merino in particular is Mikel Merino adds another dimension. So in a game like today where they were struggling to score, excuse me, on the ball wasn't an issue. The control, the passing and all that. It was the end product
100%.
that was poor. It cost them the win. So
100%.
Not as bad as Brazil, they should have and deserved to lose, but Spain did nowhere near enough to win. Whereas if you have Mikel Merino instead of that scrub Ferran Torres, when we're trying to put balls into the box, Mikel Merino, he's positioning like what Rashid has been saying, and I hear exactly what he's saying, which is why I was there was like a 10% part of me that was like, if we don't get Balogun or Guiri from Marseille, I would keep him and then just get rid of Jesus potentially. Well, we'd probably keep Havertz anyway with the high wages and shit, and especially if he has a great tournament, unless there's a big enough offer. But to be honest, Spain start Marino. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few offers for both of them.
Sure.
Either way, and look, the beauty of the World Cup, and especially the way football is now, a lot of it is about trends. It's very much Janet Jackson settings. What have you done for me? because I'm gonna be real, because James Rodriguez was seen at the time as the anomaly rather, and although he's the last of his kind in terms of baller, out and out number 10, but like. In terms of World Cup or signings just after World Cup, we didn't see that again, but we're going to see that now. Trust me. You're going to see players after having a sick World Cup go for big money or make a big move, even if it's not big money in this day and age. And maybe it's Kai Havertz, maybe it's Mikel Merino. If De La Fuente, whoever the Spain's manager is,
Luis De La Fuente,
fucking nerve, he needs to fucking start him, bruv. Period. Start David Raya as well.
Yep.
Because if they play like that against Portugal and Portugal turn up, they'll have issues. They'll have issues. Because if they can't put the ball in the net, all it takes is CRY7 with a free kick or a pen or whatever coming off the bench.
But can you imagine?
Bernardo Silva. What is it? Rafael Leão on the left. Who did Portugal have on the right? Like Trincao? Other than Trincao,
I think so.
And Trincao's a very good player.
He's a good player.
Yeah, when we played them at Sporting, he was one of their best players. I mean, I don't know if Pedro Gonçalves made the squad as well. He's another good one. He can play out wide either side and can play 10 as well. But, so if Bruno Fernandes is cutting it for whatever reason, you could bring him in. You've obviously got Ruben Neves. He can play alongside João Neves, and then you could put Vitinha at 10 because he's that fucking good. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
imagine
Portugal have got options, bro. This is the only thing that goes against them is if Roberto Martinez does Roberto Martinez shit and Cristiano doesn't intervene.
Yeah,
But he will
absolutely.
intervene.
I was about
To
to
be
say the
honest,
politics don't kick in.
he's just there to look like a manager. That's it.
Oh yeah,
He just looks the part. He's not really the part. It's
no, he's
Cristiano.
not.
He's player manager. He's player manager. He runs that dressing room. He runs that team. He runs that federation.
Why do you think Belgium didn't win?
It is what it is.
When they had Roberto Martinez. Absolutely. Why do you think Belgium didn't win when they had Roberto? Yeah, he's nothing. He sucks. He absolutely sucks. He's terrible. Yeah. And the thing is, they don't, like I said, Portugal don't need to start CR7. He's just there to be a player manager. So if anything, don't even play him to this World Cup. Do not play him. Let me rephrase that. If you're gonna play him, they don't need him. Why do they need a 41-year-old guy that's on the verge of retirement? Like, why? Like, why are we doing all this nonsensical politics about, we have to start CR7 for PR? Fuck the PR. F the PR. This is the World Cup. This is once every 4 fucking years. Like, there's a good chance that Portugal, if they don't win it this year, I don't know if they can. I mean, obviously they have a great roster, but who you run into, I words play a part. I don't like saying injuries. I words play a part. You don't I mean, obviously they're not going to have Roberto Martinez, and the next manager that comes in may not pick the same. Yeah, you only get one chance at the World Cup. I know that sounds. I know that's going to sound kind of wild and crazy, but in all actuality, you only get one chance at the World Cup. You really do, because you're not going to have the same team in 4 years. You're just not.
This is going to be Cristiano's last chance as well.
And so is Lionel Messi. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Yeah. But the difference with CR7 and Messi, Nat, and you know this because you watch a lot more football than I have, at least when I used to. But Lionel Messi is still the best player. 39 years old. He's going to be 39 in a week from Wednesday, and he's still the best player in the world. It's ridiculous. He's nearly. It's insane. So that's one reason why Argentina may win the World Cup. But with Portugal, if they start that CR7 guy, you can just about forget about it, because it's going to be all about him. The cameras are going to be on him. It's going to be a whole S show, and Portugal just wasted another chance. But the thing with Spain, for really quickly, is that they need to start Pedri and Gavi. I don't know why they don't start those two. Those two are clearly the best players for me on the planet. And I actually had this conversation with my brother. I didn't know this. Pedri can play as an 8 and a 6. I had no idea he could play as a number 6. I genuinely had no idea. And he's 23 years old
as well.
Yeah,
Pedri. I wouldn't put Gavi in that bracket. He's a good player, but I don't think he's all that. I think Firmin is a better player.
Sure.
But Gavi, for me, with Gavi is the kind of player that you put him on the bench and you bring him on for the last 30 minutes. And he can just cause a bit of chaos in that midfield. You know what I'm saying? He'll press, he'll run them extra hard yards and give Pedri a bit of rest. But he's just about good enough on the ball where, and with the way Spain play, growing up in La Masia, Barca, been there from day one.
Real Madrid.
Knows the drill. Yeah, Spain. Basically, the way Spain play is pretty much the way Barca play. Really and truly, it's very similar.
Absolutely.
On the ball on the floor, doing that thing. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's more like that guy where if you put him in certain situation, if you put him in a situation where Ferran Torres was in, he scores one of them. He scores
absolutely
at least one of them. Like that one where he hit the bar, that Ferran Torres hit the bar. I mean, come on, man! It was on a plate, bruv.
I know. It was literally on a platter, and he literally said, "No, thanks." Like, come on now. What are we doing?
Even Cristiano at 40+ years old, 41 years old, scores that shit. And he's beyond finished. Like the thing is, like with Leo Messi, still technically being the best player on the planet at 39. That's
absolutely
how bad football is.
That's how bad football is.
So Neymar as well, to a degree, even though he's had injuries or whatever.
Yeah, his career's gone.
And then obviously, Lamine Yamal is still recovering after not playing since April, like you mentioned earlier. It's like, that's what. If you have Leo Messi in your team, you always have a chance. It doesn't mean you're always going to win.
Absolutely.
Leo Messi's been he didn't win the champs with PSG. I think he only won one league title when he was there for.
He won a league title.
Oh yeah. It was just the
Damn, I
one.
didn't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that.
No, because he was only there for a year. I think.
I
Yeah,
thought it was no
it
league
was.
titles, and that's wild to say when you have a team like in Neymar and
I
Messi, you
think.
can't win a
I
PSG.
think. I think he won one. He didn't win. No, because was it Leo Messi? I think was there for 2 years. He wasn't there for
Yes.
long, but I think he was there for like 2 years, and I
Yep.
think he won the league. I think it was either 22-23 or 21-22. It might have been his first season. Either way, but with Leo Messi already won the World Cup now, he's even more relaxed than he was during that tournament. Do you know what I'm saying? So he's going to play with a different freedom, and he'll carry them Enzo Fernandez's and all that shit. You know,
Yeah.
Alexis McAllister's a good player. You know, you got
Yeah.
Julian Alvarez, but even the ones like Lautaro Martinez, you got Nico Gonzalez and that. You got that mini Messi. We haven't seen much of him because obviously you guys bought him at City.
Yes.
Eberici, bruv, and not Eze. Like it's and I think you loaned him out. I can't remember who you loaned him out to, but he's one for the future. It won't be this World Cup, but it's possibly the next one after Leo Messi will eventually retire, at least internationally for sure. Like you always have a chance. I just don't think they'll win because their defense will let them down, and their
Defensively,
midfield
they
is
are
not as good as
not
it
it.
was 4 years ago. Yeah, their midfield is not as good as it was 4 years ago. It's
Nope.
not. And
Nope.
Enzo's had a bang average season.
Yeah, he's had a bad
Do
year.
you know what I'm
I
saying?
completely understand what you're saying.
Whereas
Yeah.
Portugal's team all round, without Cristiano, it's better. With
Absolutely.
Cristiano, like the thing is it even better? I wouldn't
No,
go
it's
as far as
worse.
saying
It's
I
worse.
wouldn't go as far as saying that. But with Cristiano, he's more penalties for sure. That's one thing you know he can do. Take a pen,
Yes. Yes.
maybe make the keeper work on a free kick. I don't know if he'll score like that one he did against Spain in the Russia World
Yeah,
Cup.
in the
But
rush, I remember that goal.
yeah, but like I don't know, like there's just something about
Really.
Portugal, more so that the whole Cristiano effect and the circus around that shit. I just have a feeling it's their year. They'll probably stink their way to it even more than what they did 10 years ago. Because bearing in mind, they won the Euros 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Cristiano was better and he was
was.
more effective and obviously got injured in the final. But
Very unfortunate.
yeah, I think the World Cup it will be a bit different, and they've got players that can run for him as well. Like,
absolutely.
Truth be told, he don't need to do much running. If he just remembers he's 40 years old and he's a 40-year-old striker and he sticks to his strengths, then he can get the odd goals, like important goals here and there. And they've got the players around them. They've got quality. They've got winners. I don't rate Ruben Diaz and all that. We've had that conversation.
No, yeah,
before,
Ruben Diaz he's way too erratic. The goals that interestingly enough, I look back at some of the goals that we concede actually come from him, which is saying a lot because when he came into the league, he instantly improved our defense because our defense from 2019-20 is probably one of the worst defenses. Well, actually, no, Pep Guardiola's never prioritized defense in his managerial career. Let's just be honest. But that 1920, and maybe in actually the year before in 18-19, defensively we were one of the worst teams in the league, and we still won the league, and arguably should have went to the Champions League final if we hadn't run into a red hot team like Tottenham, which I still can't believe made the Champions League final and almost
you
won
should have
it.
beaten them motherfuckers. To this day, I can't believe it was a disgrace that they got to that final. Absolute disgrace. And then they end up fucking winning the Europa League. But then again, we won the league. We finally got over the line, and now winning breeds confidence, winning breeds mentality, even for the scrubs. Let's be real, even for the scrubs. So, and Arsenal can't go back now. We cannot go back because there's no more Pep. There's no more excuses. Arteta is the most creative manager in English football right now, and best believe he knows it. So we lose the league to your lot with a Maresca. Yeah, he's won trophies at Chelsea, but
he's not going to win the league. Calm down, Nat. He's not going to win the league. Believe me, he will not win the league.
Iriola ain't winning the league.
Nope.
Yeah,
And yeah, he's not winning the league with that Liverpool team. As good as he is as a manager,
I
yeah,
rate Unai Emery highly, but they've got financial issues they need to sell. They won't be up there. They'll have a decent run in the champs again, but they're not winning that. And then
no,
you got fucking. I mean, Newcastle have fallen off from
yeah,
grace, and
Newcastle are
Chelsea.
just
Chelsea
yeah.
ain't doing shit.
Nope,
Chelsea
you
ain't
could
doing
forget about
shit.
Chelsea.
Tottenham ain't doing shit either. Or even
Nope.
worse. So I picked Tottenham to get relegated in the next 3 years. So probably if it's 2029, we win the Champions League and Tottenham get relegated. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I'll
If it's,
take
I was
that,
about to
bro.
say, I was about to say,
Because
if the stars align, then the stars align.
here's the thing. The only
Tell
reason
me.
why they got Zerbi is because they paid him the same money as Arteta's currently on at the moment. And at least
Wait.
Arteta's got over the line.
Wait.
50
Say
million
that one
pound
more
a year.
time.
The only reason why Tottenham have got Roberto De Zerbi, is because they paid him £15 million a year. They got desperate, but they threw the kitchen sink. They threw the forget the kitchen sink. They threw the whole fucking house and backyard at him as
they
well.
put their chips in the middle and said all in.
All
they were literally at the poker. Yeah, they were literally at the poker table and said all in.
100%. And now Tottenham are in a position where everything is in De Zerbi's hands. He don't even need to get potted. If he decides to leave because there's a better offer or he just wants a break, bro, Tottenham ain't getting another manager anywhere near that quality. And I don't think De Zerbi's all that, but he's the best manager that they've had in a minute.
Since
Pochettino. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you can't keep when you're a club like Tottenham, when you're operating at that low ass level, even though you won a trophy, well, technically the season before, last season, but like the pool of players that they're attracting, they're getting that Italian defender. I think he's Italian, from Sensi or from.
Not Bastoni, is it?
No.
Okay, please. I was about to say, if they got Bastoni, then Jesus.
The only player that I'm concerned that they'll get is Savinho. The only one.
Yeah.
Unless if they get Savinho, even Guns was saying it. Savinho is dead to me, and I hear it, bro. I hear it. Why the fuck would you go to Tottenham, even for game time? Why would you go? You're better off going to Bournemouth. Bournemouth are in Europe. Brighton are in Europe again.
Even Aston Villa.
Palace are in Europe.
Absolutely.
Villa are in Europe. Go to Villa. If it's good enough for Grealish, it's more than good enough for him. Do you know what I'm saying?
I completely hear what you're saying. And this is going to kill me as a sit. Well, I don't consider them. Well, I mean, I do because they're next door neighbors. But still, even if you went to United, I wouldn't be. Well, I'd be pissed, but I wouldn't be like. I would understand it because they're in Champions League. They got Michael Carrick. You know, like they've got quality players and they got a quality manager. You know, like if he went to a team that had ambitions to win, then I would be fine with it. But the fact he went to Tottenham just because he wanted to play, brother, you're gonna play. Do you know how many games there are in the fucking season? Like, come on now. Like, no, yeah, dude, no. Yeah, Savinho can, he can go, I don't even care what he does. He can go F himself. He's no. Why no? Why would you go to a team that was literally within, if it wasn't for the last day, they would have gotten relegated? I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing, Matt.
It's one of them ones where it's just like with Spurs, it's not even just manager. Like when De Zerbi goes, they're fucked, period.
Yeah. 100%.
But they're already fucked now because they don't have the quality.
Correct.
Their highest paid player, I believe, at the moment is Conor Gallagher. It's not even James Maddison. James Maddison's their best player. He's even their highest paid player. And if he has a run of games where he's fit, if he doesn't go in the summer, best believe if I was him and his agent, go in January. Go to Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Go to Brighton. You're better off going to Brighton because you'll play the football and you'll play in Europe back once again and all that shit. You know, what you were doing at Leicester before, obviously, they played and all that shit. Which is a shame, Leicester, but
it is a shame.
It is what it is. But with Spurs, I'm not concerned because, like you said earlier, they went all in, and it's going to backfire, bro, because they don't have 100%. The quality. They have the money, but they don't have the ambition, bro. They're not us. They're not you. They're not even Chelsea. Chelsea are in shit show as well.
Yeah, Chelsea.
They're a sell to buy model, but Chelsea have, even though Cucurella has gone to Madrid, at least Chelsea can get some level of quality in it. that can get them back in Europe at least.
Yeah. And they make money back on the players that they've sold.
They need to start winning domestically, because all of this European pedigree, you're just going to be a spicier Nottingham Forest, Villa back in the day. Do you know what I'm saying? Talking about, even Liverpool to a lesser degree with less league titles and that. Because bearing in mind, they've only won 7.
Yeah.
They've only won 7. Villa have got more league titles than them. We do.
Yep. Yeah. Man United, of course.
I believe
we have
you guys
we have 8 Premier League titles. Yeah, we have 8 Premier League titles.
8.
Yeah, we have 8
titles. But because what a lot of rival fans don't realise is football was invented before 92.
Yes.
Football was invented before 92. And yeah, Rants makes great content and all that shit. I don't have an issue with Rants personally, but at the same time,
I don't know the guy personally, but I agree with some of the things that he says. But
but
some of the other things
that
he says,
I don't agree with. Like, look, meant to hate Arsenal. As a Man United fan, I hear it.
Sure.
I hear it. But let's not talk about this. Oh, we've only got 4 and you've got 13, bruv. Because if that's the case, then either way, Liverpool have got more league titles then. If we're going through the whole history of football, you know, don't be a hypocrite. That's all I say. Just don't be a hypocrite, bro.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I said 13. We got 14 now. We got 14. Yeah, we got 14 league titles. All we need is a Champions League or 2 in the next couple of years.
Absolutely.
Because the way we're heading, we're that high up where we won't eat unless we have a really bad season. We won't be dropping down to the Europa League, Conference League. But if we do drop into the Europa League, best believe I want to win it.
Oh, absolutely.
I want to win it. Even if we drop to the Conference League, I still want to win it. Because Palace have won it. West Ham have gone down. They won it. You know what I'm saying? Villa have won the Europa League with the Europa League Master, Master and all that shit, back once again and all that shit. It's like, all we need to do is improve our European pedigree. Just get that Champions League over the line. Then it's done. Just like that. World domination. And we're going to start dominating the league. Like you guys did. It's our time now in the league.
Yes.
I said it.
The time is now.
We're going for world domination. Yeah, world domination. Our time is right here, right now. The time is now. Word to the loco, innit? The time is right here, right fucking now, yeah? Back-to-back league titles, yeah? We don't win the Champions League this upcoming season. Bare minimum back-to-back league titles. Because we ain't done that in nearly 100 years. About time. Because even Chelsea have done that shit more recently. Even Chelsea have done that shit. Obviously, you guys done it 4 times. United done it. Liverpool have done it more recent than us, even though it's been like 40 years or so. But they've still done it more
back
recent.
In the day, they won back to back and they did all that stuff.
So,
Arsenal have to win. They have to win back to back because who's going to threaten them? I mean, let's be honest. The one team that I can see the 2 teams that I can see threatening Arsenal, and I don't even know if this would be a threat, are Liverpool and Man U. Those are the only 2 teams that I can see.
I'll put you guys in the conversation because you have experience with the league titles. So even though I don't rate Maresca, you've got the players. Whereas with United, there's question marks because with Carrick, it's the first season. Well, not even first full season, but he's going to get his first full season in Europe.
That's right.
The honeymoon period's over in it. Whereas Liverpool got to fix up. They'll play better football, but it depends who they get. Yes. If they get the right players that they need, spend whatever, they'll win a title race. If Carrick somehow goes beyond Vibes FC, aka Ole Gunnar Solskjaer 2.0, then they'll be in the title race. You will be in the title race regardless.
Sure.
I think you'll fall short because for me, Maresca doesn't have the mentality. As questionable as Pepper's been the past few years, you can't question his mentality. No. Even with the players that you got. And to be honest, the players that you got, they're the most equipped at challenging us.
Sure.
Because we've been challenging you, we got over the line. Now it's our turn, other than Liverpool, winning the league the season before, technically.
Yeah, 2024-25, yeah.
Yeah, every manager in this league has not won a league title. That's where we're at right now. So Arteta has to win the league while picking up a League Cup and or FA Cup. Preferably, I'd rather the League Cup.
Like a domestic cup's got to be a minimum.
If we get the double or we get a domestic treble, but we just miss out on the Champions League, depending on how we lose the Champions League. So, for example, if we get knocked out of the semi-finals or earlier, then for me, I'm looking at it like, well, let's just say we play better football, but we still fall short because we still got likes of Madueke and all of that. I'm looking at it like, well, you won 3 trophies, cool, but get rid of them scrubs. You got no more excuse. Well, you don't have excuses now. He didn't even before, but
I was about to say,
you can't go another season keeping them scrubs.
Yeah.
Or players that just ain't worth the wages. Even the likes of Kai Havertz and all that. Jesus will be gone by then. If Odegaard is here for another season and we fall short in the Champions League, get rid. To be honest, even if he's still here, give Declan Rice the captain's armband. I don't care. To be honest, let's be honest, yeah.
Yeah, please.
And I'm going to wrap it up shortly. I'll probably pretty much end up this and then go through the comments and that because it's like over 2:30 in the morning where I'm at.
Yeah, and it's almost 10 o'clock, and I've been up since 5 in the morning, so it's been a long day.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, fair. I'll let you rest as well, brother, of course. But like,
yeah, of course, and for you as well. It's almost 2 in the morning. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, for me, it's just like with Odegaard, he looks like his time is done. Like he don't want to be there. He can't hack the criticism, which is justified, more than justified. Yeah, like he's taking it way too personal, and he's not dealing with it. If you take things personal, that's good. But if you don't deal with it and respond, that's a problem. At elite level sport, you have to go.
100%.
And you're on 240k a week. Ben White is out there anyway. He's done. Yeah. Jesus is out the door. Yeah.
Sure.
Depending on how Mikel Merino does, and he better start for Spain from here on out up front. Yeah. Depending on how well he does, I wouldn't mind keeping him for one more season as a backup striker, but not in midfield. In midfield.
Absolutely.
If Havertz scores more goals, and he plays even better than what he did against Curacao, because bear in mind it is Curacao. With all due respect,
I was about to say, yeah, people are like,
even
Germany's on fire. It's
Curacao. And the fact that he scored the winner against Burnley, he scored in the Champions League final, so he done all that he could.
Absolutely.
Like, Arteta was the one that played 2-10s. He put Odegaard up front just to press. Like, why not play? I would rather Martinelli up there. Never mind Gyökeres in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it is what it is. So for me, get rid of all them scrubs, yeah? The Fabio Vieiras, the Lacongs, if we haven't got them off the books, get rid. Calafiore, now that he's not going to Real Madrid, get him off the book. Get him to Roma for 20, 30 mil. They'll probably have to take a pay cut, so be it. Andrea Mafioso, bad boy, but mate. And I've always had faith in him, and he's repaid that so far. But in order to get to Don Dada status, like I was saying to Johnny, win that Champions League, or
absolutely,
at the very least to start with, get rid of these scrubs. I want to see Madueke on loan or binned this summer. If we don't sell him this summer, loan him. I don't care who it is, even if he doesn't get that much game time. I don't give a shit. We know he's not good enough. That's an Arteta signing, and I want to see Andrea Berta working alongside Michele on transfers, and Michele doing the scouting as well on top of that. Get Mikel Arteta off transfers. His talent ID, his En La Basura, it's in the fucking bin. It's fucking useless, bruv. The only thing he can get right is the odd defender here and there. And even then, not the fullbacks for damn sure. Get him off there. So for me, ultimately, I'm on this. The World Cup, it's been disappointing. I'll see how Portugal do. Argentina, we'll see rather how Portugal, Argentina, and then England do
tomorrow in England.
Tomorrow and on Wednesday as well. I'll be watching more so the England game. I'll probably catch the second half of Portugal, then make my way to the booth, aka the pub or the bar, as you guys call it, in the States for the England game. I won't have a seat, but I don't care because I'm not that fast. I'll just be there for the vibes. I know there'll be some nice chicks there. So
when the US
nice chicks to engage, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It is what it is, brother. The game is the game. If there's grass on the pitch, play ball, man. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm in one of their moods, brother.
100%.
So I'm looking forward to that, but I'm also looking forward to Arsenal making serious moves. Andrea Berta,
bad boy Berta.
Bad boy Berta, mate. Absolutely. He's got to be the one to put his foot down with the transfers, Obviously, Mikel Arteta will have his say on the players that he wants and like where he feels he needs to strengthen as a manager. I hear it. I'm not saying don't have that discourse. Even I'll give him his dues after winning the league with that. I'll give him a bit of a breathing space. But in terms of especially the midfield and the attackers, no. And one more thing, get a fucking attacking coach. Get Bobby Pires. I saw Bobby Pires, before the Champions League final at London Colney on the training ground. Yeah, get him in as fucking attacking coach, bruv.
Absolutely.
Watch us fly domestically. Maybe might be enough to get us over the line in Europe. Maybe. But if it's not him, just get an attacking coach that knows what they're doing. So all you have to do is pick the right team, the right tactics, and you don't fuck it up, and keep that defense solid as a motherfucking rock. And I will leave it at that. I will get into the comments and then
just give me. I just want to say one more thing. If I want to say one more thing,
yeah. Okay. Go for it.
A couple of things I need to say. So Black Crow in the comments said, yes, Spain are still my favorites. I know they didn't look great today, but it's the end of the season. Players are just about players that they haven't been with their national teams for all that long. So they're obviously going to need to build some match day. They need to build some match day quality back up. And Yamal was the best player, even though he played for 30 minutes. He's going to be great. And Spain, I think if they start Pedri and Gavi and with Rodri in the 6 and they start Marino up top, I'm telling you, watch out for Spain. I know defensively they're not great, but still, they're still one of my favorites, even though after this match. And I also need to say, players, the market nowadays, Nat, and I don't know what you think of this, players going for £100 million need to stop. I mean, it's just ridiculous that players are going for that much. And that tells you right there, my guy, that the market is in the bin. Like players going for $100 million for what? Why? Why would you want to spend that much money on one player when you need to address certain areas of the pitch? Like, for example, Real Madrid want to get freaking Olise for what? Why would you want to get him when you need to fill multiple other holes in that team? Because Real Madrid needs so much help and so many players in different positions. Spending £100 million on an attacker when you don't even need one is just wasted money. And they're going to go trophyless again. And Florentino Perez is just going to go and the fact that he won that election, that tells you right there that Real Madrid are in the bin, because that guy should not even be
looking good.
Yeah,
it's not looking
it's not.
Good.
It's
they
looking
need
like
centre backs. Yeah, they need centre backs,
fullbacks,
maybe another midfielder. To be honest, I could see them getting another attacker, but if they blow their load on Elise, he slots straight in. He does make a difference. He might win them a trophy, but it's not enough. I hear what you're saying. And yeah, in terms of this, big Black Crow, each and every single time, my G, hope work was all well, all that good shit. Yeah.
Same Black Crow.
I don't know. Maresca's used to. Also, I don't care. Or I don't either. Yeah, I don't know. Maresca is used to winning trophies. If Anderson
goes to City,
Anderson goes to City, it'll be wicked. Yeah. For you guys, 100%.
But 100%. I don't want to pay. I'm not paying 120 million for him. There's no way. He ain't worth 120 million. And even if he was, there's still other players. There's still other holes that we need to fill in. Defensively, we looked horrific. Like how Real Madrid didn't beat us by more than 5 goals is very generous. It's extremely generous. So center back needs to be a priority. Actually, 2 center backs really. 2 fullbacks. There's a good if Rodri most likely may go to Madrid, even though Perez won the election. So if he goes, a 6 is required. We have to get another 8 because Bernardo's gone. So that's at least 2 midfielders.
Has Bernardo gone to Real? Is Bernardo going to Real Madrid?
I saw that it was confirmed. I need to double check that because I don't know any of the decent journalists in England or around the world. So I to be honest with you, I don't know, because I don't know which outlets are true and which outlets aren't. And that just tells you where we are with journalism and reporting and all that. So yeah, that's all I got to say. I'm just glad I got that off my chest. Nat, thank you so much for having me on the show. Thank you.
Big on GK.
Big up, Nat. Thank you so much.
Worries. Brilliant debut, as always. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, only 100%. The real ones here. Do you know what I'm saying? 2 hours, fully deserved. Sir. It's been more than a minute, since I've done the stream and all that. I will be doing more in the upcoming weeks, and that I'll probably have another one this week. That will be
Awesome.
England match action. It might not be that night. If not, definitely the Thursday night.
Perfect.
I will have a attraction for the England Croatia game. That's for damn
Perfect.
sure. So look
Perfect.
out for that, people, and then I'll
Absolutely.
just get through the rest of this.
Sure.
I hear it, time will tell. Sweden or France for me. Sweden, yeah, no, fair
Yeah.
enough. Like they
Sweden
look
looked
really
good.
good.
They
Lee
did look
Gunner,
good.
Lee Gunner in the dugout, bruv. Lee Gunner in the dugout. Graham Potter doing his team, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Free flowing attacking Sweden, bruv. I hear it.
Absolutely.
They got quality strikers. Well, they got a goal
100%.
scorer and a quality striker. You know, I'm not going to say
Absolutely.
world class on the ball, but he's top class. He's top tier Isak when he's on the ball and going and all that
Absolutely.
shit. But Portugal are my dark horse. Yeah, they're my pick to win it, bro. And I've already explained why, but
Sure.
I know you hear it as well, my brother. Big up,
Yeah.
big up, big up, big up.
Big up.
This one, it's because of the straight
horns, bro. Ever since they got blocked up, these transfer fees have been wicked. Yeah.
I mean, they've been mad. They've been mad. Like Forest moving mad, extortion. Yeah, a lot of teams,
everything.
especially in the Prem, are going to be doing that. And then the big teams or other teams in Europe that have got, you know, their star boys and all of that shit, you know, going for upwards of like basically 8 mil plus, 70, 80 mil plus. Bernardo Cucurella bomb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a bomba, so maybe that
Cucurella is definitely confirmed.
Yeah, that's definitely confirmed for a minute. I don't know about
because
Bernardo.
we all knew Bernardo was linked as well. Yeah, big up.
Yeah, we should definitely link more Black.
Yeah, we will. Yeah,
we definitely will, my guy.
Johnny's going to be doing the calling show as well. I'll be doing the stream.
Yeah.
You can jump on the match reaction.
Hell yeah! Because I definitely want to. Yeah,
Thursday
watch
if
that.
you're available as well.
Yeah, I'm available.
No worries. And it will be a similar length stream, give or take. You know, 2 hours, give or take. And it's well a video as well because after Arsenal, it's obviously slowed down a bit.
Absolutely.
But, yeah.
Yep, Wednesday, June 17th at 4.
Lee Potter, bruv. Yeah, Lee Potter, exactly, man. Lee Potter. Graham Gunner, bruv. Graham Gunner, Lee Potter.
Graham Gunner.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you will never ever miss when I go live and direct and in full effect, baby. Or when I upload the next video. Best believe that. Thank you very much to Chike.
Thank you.
First time guest on this channel.
Thank you so much, man.
More to follow.
Way more to come. You can also catch me on Instagram.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Catch me on Instagram. I'll be doing. Catch me on Instagram it's on UKC at Instagram. I actually just posted a lot from my vacation in Tampa. I also posted I also posted a reaction after the USA Paraguay game. I will also do a reaction to the USA Australia game, which interestingly enough is going to be our hardest match now, considering what they did to Australia. But if the US can play similar to how we did, I know we're not going to score 4 goals against Australia, but if we can mirror that performance, hey, the ball is in our court with the US, which is really surprising because we don't even dominate in the sport of football. But if we can mirror that image against the likes of Australia and Turkey, it really doesn't matter who we get because these nations are just not as strong as they once were. The only one that's still as strong as they are now is probably France. And even then, Didier Deschamps doesn't play that great of football. So catch me on that. Catch me Friday after the match, after the US beat Australia, hopefully. And I'll definitely be on either Wednesday or Thursday. You can let me know and we'll go from there.
Yeah, 100%, brother. You're getting out of that group, bro. Damn sure. Especially after that performance against Paraguay.
Absolutely.
You're definitely getting out of the group. No need to worry about that. I'm more concerned with England topping the group. I think we'll get through. But I'm not convinced with beating Croatia because even the 40+ Luka Modric, bruv, and even Kovacic, he'll turn up, and then you've got other players. Was it Gavardi? Did Gavardi make it? Like, and I'm sure
I don't think he did.
Oh, right, yeah. But Croatia players, Croatia got ballers. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Even in this day and age, still like.
And don't rule out Ghana too.
Yeah. Even without Party, I hear it. But we are going to end it there, people. Stay safe, all the best.
Stay safe,
I know it's
everyone.
a late one, but watch out for that match action. It will be happening most likely Thursday night.
Perfect.
Stay true to yourself. All the best. Enjoy the rest of your week. all praises and blessings and prosperity, all of that good shit. You know what I'm saying? And we are out
Out.
of here.
We are out.
Peace.
Peace.